We are back. Happy top of the week. It is still 1,000 degrees in New York, but it cooled down a bit, I guess.
It's not as bad as it was.
But I've been overheating for about a week and a half now.
Well, I mean, you know, when it gets hot, you gotta run for shade, run for cover. So
tree to tree.
Yeah.
Right on the sidewalk. Have to always go on the shady side of it.
And it's crazy. You gotta go tree to tree, but they call black people monkeys, right? It's crazy.
Oh my God.
It's crazy how that works. Like life would just
out the gate on a Monday. All
I'm
right.
just saying, it's just crazy how life would just, you know what I mean, show that to you sometimes. That's all.
Yeah, no, life is showing them things about the whites.
Yeah. That's all. Just noticing the things.
Do you think white people are aliens?
No. All right, wait. In what sense? Do I think white people are from this planet?
Yeah. Because I could see if somebody gave me a story about however many thousands of years ago, I would listen to a story of, you know, outer beings coming to this planet and leaving behind something that, you know, mated with something and then they just left. They forgot something.
They forgot somebody to make it back to the ship in time.
There's a million different theories of like mating with Neanderthals and that entire thing, white people, but across the gate, no matter what your theory is, we are the only race that like can't really survive here. Like we have no melanin for something that is what we need on this earth, which is the sun. If the sun went away, we'd all die. Mm-hmm. We can't even handle it.
Yeah.
Like this isn't our planet.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, I can't handle the sun either. I hate
take away any human advances, sunscreen, all of that shit. Like we can't survive. That's why we hid in the Caucasus Mountains. We're not like built for this.
Yeah.
Every animal, every other race, like, you know, it's just
sun is out, just enjoying it.
They adapted to what the planet's, you know, atmosphere is.
Exactly.
We just out here just fucking all pasty and going from tree to tree. That's an alien. Yeah. That's not somebody of this planet.
That's alien behavior. That's somebody that doesn't want to be seen and doesn't want the elements to affect them. You're right.
Yeah. And sorry, Reddit. I'm sure it's just white guilt.
No, that's what Reddit is going to say.
We know you hate being white, Rory.
No. I thoroughly enjoy it.
Oh, no, he enjoys it.
Let me tell you.
He hates it on camera, but when these cameras shut off, he goes outside. This is a white man.
Sunscreen is the only compromise I have to make.
Yeah. This is a white man walking through Manhattan with his tote bag. He's white.
For
with
sure.
His tote bag.
With a little pep in my step, too.
Absolutely. Gotta love it.
I was outside this weekend in the heat in a black tuxedo with a bow tie, just walking around Harlem. Not usually the guy in a bow tie they see on 25th, but I was out there.
Oh, welcome to the NOI.
with members of the NOI. A very Muslim weekend, to say the least. I've never been back and forth to Brooklyn that many times in my entire life.
Yo, man.
But we'll get to that. So Saturday I went to the Young Jeezy TM101 20-year anniversary orchestra show. Black tie event. Shout out to Drama and Lake for inviting me. Had a great time. That event, like if it's going to your city, can we pull up the dates? Miami was the first one. New York was Saturday. I want to say maybe it was at the Apollo.
At the Apollo, okay.
Yeah. It was, I mean, I don't know. Is it a hard sell? It's Jeezy doing all the songs from TM101 with the orchestra. I don't feel like I don't need to like sell you on that.
No, that's not a hard sell. That's definitely not a hard sell.
But I mean, I was talking with some people backstage at it. Like, of course, traditional music doesn't need to like validate hip hop. Mm-hmm. Hip hop is far past needing validation. It's the most popular fucking genre. Mm-hmm. But it was nice to see and to prove that like this shit is real music.
Yeah.
Just because it was made on an electric fucking MPC or keyboard does not make it any different than the shit you snobs think it is. Like, hearing Cannon's bongos where they shouldn't have been and go crazy was incredible live. Mm-hmm. Like, it was just so nice to see, like, this is real music. Anyone that tries to say hip-hop is not real music or samples this and that, go watch that show. Yeah. And tell me that shit shouldn't be in Cardi Hall anywhere. Mm-hmm. Like, it was just beautiful to watch. I love just like knowing Jeezy and his story, because they played into that with a lot of visuals. Like, people be forgetting with this rebrand Jeezy. Like,
with this mature Jeezy.
Like, who the fuck young Jeezy was. Yeah. Like,
it's dope to see his growth though. Like, you know, as obviously he's an older guy now. And, you know, you would hope that, you know, you mature and as years pass. But it's always good to see, you know, that content, his lyrics, but then putting that type of, you know, the orchestra underneath it. and making the words even more, connect even more with strings. It's something about a harp.
Oh, for sure.
A harp over telling me how much you paid for the grams. Like, what I'm saying? There's something about it that just makes it so poetic.
And not to big league you guys, it's just part of the story. I went through the backstage entrance and like went past the band like rehearsing, and I was like, yo, young Jeezy got a clarinet in the Apollo right now. Why he has a whole
hip hop? Yeah.
Why do you have 6 fucking clarinets?
Yeah.
There was somebody in the bathroom polishing their flute.
Yeah.
Pause. I was like, this is amazing.
Music. It's music, man. It's words, it's lyrics, it's, obviously hip hop. We express ourselves a little differently in hip hop. But, it's good to see guys get older and, throw on the suit, get more mature, but keep the content the same though.
Who else would you like to see in that? Like we do that form of concert?
I mean, 2 have already done it. Nas and Hove, which was great. When Chief Keef did it, it was great too. But
Nas is doing it, I think, this...
And doesn't he have a Vegas residency around that or something?
I'm not sure, but he's doing it this week at the Jazz Festival in Montreal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to think from like the newer generation that would be cool to see.
From the new generation?
I feel like Future would be fire for something like that.
I could see that, yeah.
And
I could see Future.
And I was thinking when I was watching the Jeezy shit, I have to walk back some of my takes from last week. When I said I've gotten to the point that I don't really like care who's lying in a rap, nah, the shit hit different when you know he's not.
Oh man,
everything Jeezy said like is a fact.
Yeah, oh man,
it hits way.
No, when it's real, it's gonna hit every time when it's real. When it's real talk, it's gonna hit every time.
Because I was even thinking like when you bring up Hove, as far as like this isn't supposed to happen. Like this dirty kid from Marcy, no, this is fake. Like that's not supposed to happen. That's what I was looking. The whole Jeezy show, I was like, yo, this guy's backstory is absolutely insane.
Yeah.
Going through every photo he had up there was like, oh, he's supposed to be in jail. This guy is not supposed to be like. This isn't normal right? For what he went through.
Yeah. So, I mean, I love to see that though, man. It's just, just growth and maturing and still keeping it music, keeping it hip hop. But let's dress it up. Let's put on black ties, black suits. Let's get some clarinets on stage, and let's make it poetic, man.
And it was Jeezy obviously being from the South. You could have swore he was a New York rapper at the Apollo. Like the way that would have been like if Kiss came out. Like it was every single fucking word everybody knew.
Yeah.
But then I started to think too, shit, TM101 came out in 2005. I was a sophomore in high school. Like even up here, the South took over at that time. In high school, we grew up on Southern music more than we fucking did New York at that point. Like I saw everyone my age like, oh yeah, this is the way your generation looks at 90s shit. Yeah. That's Jeezy to us. So it was just great to see, man.
That's dope, man. Shout out to Jeezy, man. Congrats on the Black Tie Orchestra performance at the legendary Apollo Theater. That's always dope to have something like that at the Apollo. So shout out to Jeezy and the team.
Drama was out there with a bedazzled tuxedo. Had some rhinestones on there. He looked expensive. That's all I'm saying. He looked expensive.
Drum. you know you my guy. I love you, man. Don't put no rhinestones on the tuxedo, man. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Why?
It looked expensive.
We can just keep it clean suit. It don't got to be rhinestones. We don't got to rhinestone the suit. So just keep it clean. Clean suit. Very classy.
Jeezy got Lake out there in tapered pants.
That's seeing Lake in some tapered pants is great.
And for those that don't know,
showing.
Lake is Drama's manager, and he is from the West Coast.
Yeah,
and does not let us fucking forget it. No, love Lake.
Yeah.
And Lake, I said I wouldn't tell anyone. I lied. He was wearing some Uptowns. Like watching somebody from Cali put those on.
I respect that.
He was like, yeah, we talked to Drama, like, and their security is also from the West Coast. I was like, hey, we wanted to get Chucks, but Drama said that.
Yeah, they in Harlem. Throw some Uptowns on when you in Harlem, man. It's all good. It's all love.
Rory looked nice.
Well, thank you.
He looked very nice.
The whole band had obviously black tie, but they were all wearing Air Force Ones too.
Fire.
Yeah.
That's dope.
It was great. And I mean, half the crowd, not even half. Most of the people that were involved or backstage followed the dress code.
Most people.
Harlem came out there in shorts with a nutcracker in their hand. I was like,
listen, man, it's 90 degrees outside. Y'all want me to put on a fucking suit?
Yeah.
To go down the block from where I live, I'm not wearing, no, man. Let me in this shit, man, before y'all can't get out.
crackhead peed on me before I went inside, but y'all want me to have a full suit on.
I mean, I'm two blocks from here. This nigga's shooting dope right around the corner. Y'all want me to put on a suit? No, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that.
Maul, you would have put on a suit, though. I asked when I saw Rory, leaving, because I met up with him after. I asked him, like, Maul didn't go? I was surprised. I thought that would be something you would enjoy.
Yeah, I would have went, but I chose not to. But I definitely would want to see Jeezy in that setting, only because that album is, I mean, TM101 that's like a staple in hip hop. That's a bona fide classic. Mm-hmm. So to see it now, years later, Jeezy performing it now at the Apollo, I would have wanted to see it, but once they said black tie, I'm just like,
it was a lot.
I'm like, yo, I'm gonna have to miss Jeezy on this run, man. I'm not doing all of that.
I actually got ready here for it, and I put everything on, and then walked outside. I walked right back up to the office and grabbed one of the t-shirts, and I was like, I'm gonna get changed in Harlem.
Yeah.
I'm not even sitting in my car with AC with this shit on right now.
Yeah, it was just too hot for the black tie affair, man. It's too hot. It's too hot. Not in the summer.
Lake brought up an interesting point that I wanted to ask you guys. Is TM101 the equivalent of the South's Get Rich or Die Trying? I thought that was a really interesting point that the more I thought about it, I was like, that's fucking kind of spot on. And then just going through the track list, I'm like, yeah, this is the South's Get Rich or Die Trying.
I don't disagree.
Year apart, both bona fide classics. I don't think anyone needs to argue.
No, both
classic. That TM101 and Get Rich are absolute classics.
Both classics, but
define the city at that time. Like, if you go TM101, there's not a fucking skip. Like, it even hurt my heart to say to Lake, because I wanted to defend Get Rich more. I was like, damn, sometimes I skip Poor Little Rich. Like, there's not a single fucking skip on TM101.
TM101 is a classic. One of my favorite albums for sure. But to say it's the South's Get Rich or Die Trying, Get Rich or Die Trying, that hit like a fucking, when that dropped, that was like, Now TM101, when it dropped, everybody loved it. Was like, oh, this is hard. You know what I'm saying? And then we lived with it, and we was like, damn, this is fire. But I mean, what Get Rich or Die Trying did was,
I mean, sales obviously are a little bit different, and Get Rich went to like globally.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying TM101 didn't go globally, but not probably to the degree that
Not to the degree of Get Rich, no.
I think in the States, if you're thinking 04 for Get Rich, right? That was 04, I think, 03. 05, I mean, Jeezy completely owned that entire year. Even with G-Unit still putting out Beg for Mercy, like,
for sure.
I thought it was
big album.
A cool equivalent.
Big album. But that's, I would have to really like, because I'm trying to think back of what it felt like when Get Rich or Die Trying dropped versus TM101. And what Get Rich or Die Trying did was,
listen, man,
we hadn't seen something like that. And
they did not ban the G-Unit wife beaters in high schools. They banned the snowman. You couldn't wear that t-shirt in any high school in the country.
Could not.
Like that, how many things are all high schools on the same page about?
I was in middle school and it was banned too.
Yeah,
like
but they didn't ban
put
the
out a
G-Unit.
countrywide email to every fucking school that you can't have this. They don't even do that with math.
Yeah, but they didn't ban the G-Unit tank tops because who the fuck is wearing a tank top to school?
True. I was just trying to think of an awful G-Unit.
You got to wear a shirt over that. You get banned from the school just wearing a tank top to school.
Yeah,
like, get out.
you'll get banned.
As you fucking should.
Get out. Get out. You get banned if you wear a jersey with no t-shirt underneath it. If you ain't have a white tee under your basketball jersey, it's like you about to really play ball.
Oh yeah, no, facts.
You about to really play ball.
You wearing a jersey with no t-shirt on underneath it. Like, what you doing? That's nasty.
We're in the lunchroom. I don't want to see your armpits in the lunchroom.
Like, you got to wear a white tee under your jersey at all times.
I never understood that when they used to be like, you can't show shoulders in school. It's like, who are... Like and it used to be like, not to protect you from the boys, to protect you from the teachers. I'm like, what teacher is getting turned down from my little scrawny 11-year-old arm? Like, what the fuck is going on?
These teachers now,
you should vet your teachers better than my shoulders.
Nah, these teachers now. Where was these teachers when I was in high school? Because we wouldn't have said nothing if the teacher was giving us some pussy.
She
would have never got.
Listen, I know it's wrong to say, but I completely agree with him.
Fam, if me and my homies that was in high school, listen.
Well, actually, no. I'm telling everybody, but not in a...
No, but we ain't telling the faculty. Like, we're not going to the police.
Hears through kids run their mouth and shit gets back to faculty.
Man, they did put us in the room like, yo, is it true? I'd be like, I don't know what y'all talking about. I'm not ratting on. If we had a good-looking teacher and she was giving us some pussy, We're not fucking that pack up. We're going to keep it going.
This is so bad.
No, it's not right. But
now when they be like, yo, the students told, and I'm like, they did what? Why would y'all fuck that up?
Well, because now the students are aware that that's statutory rape and that it's not okay.
Because it is the definition of it.
I'm like, what the fuck?
But I mean... Yeah.
And that's where double standards that I think we've all said and agree that we believe in them.
Oh yes, absolutely. I'm talking about if male students are having sex with a female teacher, with a female teacher,
it's wrong either way.
Of course, no. We know it's wrong.
It's wrong by if we got to go in front of the judge. Yes.
No, it's wrong.
But back on the block, like they gonna be like, "Word, like yo, I be fucking my math teacher every."
And that is what's wrong with our society.
Why?
Last time I checked, he was the man in these streets.
Yeah. Why not? It says she a young teacher. It does. She's like 24.
Yeah, she's going to. Why would do you think there are any normal 24-year-olds that would want to fuck a 15-year-old boy? You think them bitches are normal? No,
that bitch is nasty. But we're just talking about what if I was 16, ask somebody to talk about this subject further. When I'm 16, if I'm dogging out one of my teachers, I'm not going to sit there like a victim. I'm
the man.
I'm just telling you how a 16-year-old would think.
No, I agree. A 16, y'all are grown now. Y'all ain't 16.
Yeah, shit is wrong and gross. That bitch should be locked up.
Okay.
But if you,
I just want to make sure we clarify that.
Like,
no, of course that's 16.
You know what the fuck I did on Saturday?
I would have been hitting that.
If 16-year-old me would have had a teacher that looked like Morris Chestnut or Denzel Washington.
See. Yeah. No.
Oh no, wait. Teenage girls aren't allowed to have hormones too. Only teenage girls.
No. Because you can have hormones.
We should protect women. Doesn't matter what happened to boys.
Protect women. Do what you want to do with us. Protect the women.
No, Jesus Christ.
Take advantage of me, Miss.
But you see how men say that women don't care about them? Y'all don't care about yourselves.
You right. In high school, I didn't give a fuck. I was eating Cheetos at 8 a.m., fucking tater tots at 10, chocolate milk. I didn't give a fuck about myself. You right.
And if you had the early lunch, the shit was at like 11:15. You eating a spicy chicken at 11 a.m. Like trying to avoid the army recruiter. Like
I didn't care about myself.
You know what the fuck was going on?
Yeah, I deserved a little head from my teacher at that point.
It's the least they can do with the environment they created here.
Fill me with all this bullshit at 11 a.m. and give me some head at 1:30. Absolutely. Fucking right. Why not? We're back, sponsored by Boost Mobile.
Oh my God.
Unlimited talk, text, and data, Rory, for $25 a month. Unlimited talk, text, and data forever.
Listen, man. Shout out to Jeezy.
Shout out to Jeezy, man.
Don't fuck your teachers.
Thank you.
And also why you can leave it, because I could be talking about college. Everyone's above 18 there.
There you go.
Oh my God, I had a professor.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
Yo, my philosophy professor.
He could have put you right on that desk, right?
Shout out to him. He still follow me on IG. I follow him back. I be liking his photos.
I bet you do.
He used to text me every morning to be, he used to be like, Demaris, you gonna be on time today?
Lock him up. He was flirting. Lock his ass up.
Well, I was grown. I was 20 at this point.
That ain't grown. You ain't grown. You was still living in your mother's house. That ain't grown.
The lobe isn't developed yet.
Yeah.
If I didn't have to move to New York to record this podcast, I would still be living at my mother's house. It was free.
Why do we knock that?
Like, what the fuck
Why
are
do we knock
talking
that?
about?
Didn't Prince Harry and them niggas still live at their mother house? The fucking the castle? Wasn't that their mother's house?
Jealous I was. Because Irish household, get the fuck out at 18.
Yeah.
Or maybe we'll let you pay rent.
Mm-hmm.
I was so jealous of all my friends that stayed with their parents.
Yeah, no.
Like we knocked that in our culture.
They was sitting there stacking.
You still live with
bread.
your mom? I wish I did.
Yeah.
Wish I did.
I'm dying to go back. Y'all ever fire me? I'm right back
Wake
there.
up every morning, smell breakfast. Mm-hmm. Oh, I missed that.
She used to do my laundry. Ugh.
Yeah, but at some point that would probably get old.
Shit, I don't know.
Why? I always had men that owned homes. I just would leave when I was tired of being there.
I always had men that owned homes. Go ahead, baby D.
Mm-hmm. What was their profession?
Yeah, I know.
Were they a teacher?
They were not teachers.
Was he a professor? Was he a professor?
Ma, I had Rory out with me this weekend.
Where?
Oh, this is why sometimes it's not good when your friends have your location. So I was leaving the Jeezy shit. I'm in tunnel traffic. And Demaris is like, yo, turn around. I was like, how the fuck? Oh, you're my location. She's like, yeah, just turn around right now.
Where y'all was at?
She was a block away from where I was at. So I just hopped over.
Oh, he's at Saint?
The medium.
Mm-hmm. Rory was so miserable. He was sitting there smoking hookah, drinking his wine. He said, yeah, I'm gonna go home. I was like,
I should have just stayed in that tunnel.
He was so miserable.
Every time I go out, somebody called me to go out. I'm there for 20 minutes, and I'm like, I feel like I'm judging. I'm like, this what y'all be doing when y'all go out? Like, this is it. I could have been at the house.
And her friend were like in a good mood, and like I could tell that they were at the peak of their night, where I was coming down from my night. So I wasn't in like the same vibe as them. Like I'm cool, and they on their way up.
You were the weirdo.
Yeah, I was also in a suit.
Oh, you was definitely the weirdo.
Yeah, he had the suit on with the bow tie untied. He looks cute though. I'm like, oh, you definitely could have got some hoes.
He was channeling his Justin Timberlake. What's that video?
Suit and tie.
Suit and tie. Yeah. That's what you was on, your Justin Timberlake suit and tie shit.
No, I was actually just really hot.
It was like 90 degrees.
Yeah, it was hot as shit.
Yo, I watched like half of the first part of the Jeezy show like on the side. Then I went out to the crowd. The moment I got to the crowd, I was like, why do I have this shit? This motherfucker's in basketball shorts next to me. Yeah. I'm not wearing this shit no more.
Yeah, see, that would have been me. I'd have went there with some, I'd have been like, yo, listen, man, I'm just coming to see the show, man. Like, don't get me on camera.
But then I seen, when I got home, they went to another spot after. I was like, where do you find the energy?
Oh, yeah, we went to...
Yeah, I was outside.
We went to Stafford Room. We went to the strip club that she worked at. We were outside.
There's still strip clubs in New York outside of like Queens?
Well, she works at a gentleman's club. So we were in Manhattan. Yeah.
You could have went because you had the suit on already.
Oh, I ended up going to a gentleman's club last night.
You were with the suit on?
No.
What gentleman's club?
No, I was actually in shorts.
What gentleman's club you went to last night?
We went to Sapphire for like all of maybe 10 minutes.
Good steak.
We were sitting there like parked outside. I was like, do we even want to do this shit? And was like, all right, fuck it. Let's just go in for a second. And the moment we get to the door, the bouncer is like, new Rory and Maul. And we looked at each other like, all right, maybe this is meant to be. Maybe we made a good decision.
They probably thought he was Maul.
Word. Gave us
who was with Jay?
Yeah.
They did not think that was me.
They think Rory's you.
I'm Jamal.
So they definitely probably thought that.
So
yeah, that makes sense.
Bouncer, shout out to the bouncer. He gave us a bunch of drink tickets. We was like, we did make the right choice. Why'd we doubt ourselves? All of 5 minutes, 2 chicks came up to us. We was like, let's get the fuck out of here, man.
Yeah. At a
they
strip
were
club,
whack?
2 women come up to you like, let's go.
It's
let's
just
leave.
like, why? What am I just give my money away for an hour?
You're in the strip club. That's what you're supposed to do.
Exactly. That's why I was like, let's get the fuck out. I want to keep my money.
That's like being
I'm tired of just
like
giving
being
away
at Disney
money.
World and get mad when Mickey walk up to you and start waving. You're at Disney World. Like, Mickey lives here.
And which
That's
is why
a really good analogy.
we did the honorable thing, because we've always seen, and I've even been that guy in the strip club of I'm not spending no money, and then you're a dickhead. Like the point of going there is to give strippers money.
Yeah.
We did the honorable thing and was like, let's get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
We even finished our first drink ticket.
Yeah. Let me get out of it. Let me get out y'all way. I'm not gonna fuck up y'all night. I hate being in a strip club and you like in the way.
Yeah.
Like, yo, we ain't spending. Let's get out of these. They got rent. The first is in 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
They in here grind mode, hustling. We ain't contributing. We in the way. Let's come back on the 10th. You got to go to the strip club like the middle of the month. You don't go at the end of the month. Like, the bitches in there hustling, working for real.
Listen, and I just like, I shit don't do nothing. Because at the gentlemen's clubs, like it's not, Starlets can be fun because you're kicking it with your friends, bartenders, you just throwing shit. It's more of a vibe than it is a strip club. Them gentlemen clubs, like some skinny white bitch is going to put her long ass leg on mine. Like, I'm cool. That's not,
but if she was a melanated queen, you might have stayed for a second drink.
I would have said, you don't need to do this.
Why are you here? Yeah. Let me take you out of this hell. What's your rate for life? Yeah.
What's your life rate? What's your life rate?
Yeah, take them out the club. Man, how much you make a night? $350? I got you.
Let's times that by forever.
Yeah. Nasty. Oh my God.
But yeah, it was fun, man. Listen, I thought Demaris got me all excited. She hit me about the parade, and I'm like, all right, this is one of my gay besties. I thought we was gonna be outside for the parade. She pride fished me.
I did not pride fish you.
That's why you was outside. You was being gay this weekend.
No, I wasn't. I was actually being very straight, and it was so annoying because I really wanted to be gay.
She fucking wanted to go do straight things. I was like, yo, why you ask me about the parade and you not going?
Because I was around the corner from the parade. I was staying around the corner from the parade. And I'm sitting up here like, damn, well, Lonnie is hosting Pride. Like, let me hit Rory, see if he could. You ain't hit me and say, yo, I hit Lonnie. You ain't do like, I'm like, what the fuck?
That's because I respect that queen, and a straight white male texting her on the Pride parade, you're right.
Yeah, you can't do that.
She can reply to me today, but not yesterday.
Yeah, you got to be gay to talk to Lonnie on Pride.
I think that's reasonable.
Yeah.
And as an ally, I felt like that, today's not about me.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I get that. But I
like, what she be like, hosting a float?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you wanted to get on the float, like.
No, I just wanted to hit her, see what the vibes was, like,
What parade do the straights have? Thanksgiving? Is that like our parade? St. Patrick's Day, that's our parade. that's the heterosexual day. All right, cool. Fuck it. I'm outside next St. Patrick's Day.
There's one thing that will be used during St. Patrick's Day, it's the F word.
Jesus Christ.
I can guarantee you that word is being said on Fifth Avenue.
We have a gay listener that writes me almost every episode and says, hey, guys, I really don't appreciate the homophobic thing.
Next.
But you guys don't want to cut that, right?
Who gives a shit?
No, what did they say?
What they hit you and say?
Well, he hit me and he's just like, why do you let Maul go on like these gay rants? Like, I want to support you guys so bad. I really love y'all.
When the last time I went on a gay rant? See, they making shit up. I don't even.
Matter of fact,
I'm an ally to the gays. I'm like, France and the US. I'm an ally.
It's probably like not the best example with history, but I kind of see where you were trying to take it. But
yeah,
I'm an ally. It hasn't been great the entire time.
Israel and US.
Well, I mean,
okay. He
couldn't find a better pair.
He said, "Y'all
just the two of us.
Y'all just let Maul make jokes on the pod's gay fan base. I know there may be a small amount of us that support you and Rory, but old man too cool, fuck shit. Like how Maul started the pod is why he gets walked in the comments for being a bad podcaster." And then before that, he wrote me and said, "Maul making gay and insane synonymous. This ep is crazy."
It's not my place, straight white male, but I do think Maul is an ally. He just has a different way of expressing it.
You know what it is? Because if you want,
and we appreciate your support.
Listen, if you're gay and you want equality, right? You're gonna get these jokes just like everybody else.
I agree with that. Okay. Where were we?
I don't even know what the fuck we were talking about originally.
Mainly we were talking about that you Pride fished me, and I wanted to go to the parade.
I'm sorry.
But I caught the let out.
You did?
Catching the let out for the parade is hilarious. Everybody's outside already.
Yeah, I know. And nobody parties like gays. Like,
it
was lit in Chelsea after the parade.
Really?
Mm-hmm. And to the point, like, it was so much traffic, like, you might as well just park your car.
I'm about to say, nothing
and have a couple shots with the gays outside.
Nothing is worse than forgetting the Pride parade in Manhattan. Oh, my. You like, yo, why are all of these blocks closed? Like, what is going... Oh, Pride. And then you just got to shut up and just deal with it. There's nothing you can do every year. I don't know how every year I keep forgetting that it's Pride until like the day. Well, I did know it was Pride. I didn't expect to be in Manhattan yesterday.
Where were you at, Manhattan? We could have had dinner early.
I was going through Manhattan to go to Brooklyn to get my cousin D-Mac is in town for a couple months. And
shout out D-Mac.
Vegan spot in Brooklyn that I've been wanting to take him to. So I finally took him yesterday. We went early though. We went around like 2:00.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh shit. I mean,
so we had to fight through.
Should have linked us. We were in Brooklyn 17 times.
I didn't see Jay's missed call until the next day. Like,
okay,
I was like, Jay called me 4 times. Like, but I saw your missed call and I had called you back. But I didn't even know Jay had called me.
Yeah, no, we was in the streets.
No, I know. Once I saw he was driving, I was like, oh boy.
Allegedly,
allegedly, he was driving.
And this is a nameless Jay. It's somebody named Jay.
Yeah, just Jay. You figure out who.
I've never been more uncomfortable in my own city in my life.
For real? Why?
Listen, man. We was moving around. That's all.
Okay. Well, it's gonna be a crazy summer if you keep moving like that with that person.
It was the first night.
Night one.
I wanted
to say hello to the dogs.
Yeah, I get it. I understand.
I thought about just 2 Great Danes in this studio and just how all of this
oh my God, no.
would be to pieces.
No. Oh God, that's just a nightmare.
But I mean, yeah, other than that, it was a weekend to say the least.
Cool weekend. Good weekend. We had good weather even though it was hot. It wasn't like, I think that 103-degree day, that kind of like, that prepped us for like the 90-degree day.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like we could appreciate 88, 90 when we had to do 103.
Yeah.
First day of summer. That's like the second day of officially summer, right?
Yeah.
That was crazy. Summer got straight to business.
When it was 88 yesterday.
Summer was at the motherfucking starting line waiting for that gun to go off, nigga. Like, I'm gonna get you niggas.
I was sitting there like, should I bring a hoodie out today? Fucking 88.
Yeah, the other day it was like, it went down to like 71. That was crazy. That was Thursday, right? We was here? Last week? Yeah, it got kind of cool over the weekend. But anyway, summer's here.
Yes. And I believe it was Saturday. I opened up Twitter Spaces. Or maybe it was Friday. I can't remember. But Cardi B did her, is it annual at this point? I love her Twitter Spaces. She does them probably, once a month?
Yeah.
I got to catch one of them, man. I never heard of Cardi Twitter Space.
They're informative. And I appreciate that she doesn't invite
Cardi
anyone else up there.
She be cursing niggas out?
Oh, yeah. I mean, we've been cursed out a couple times on her Spaces before.
For real?
Yeah.
Why?
Just stuff we've said. Yeah.
We said something that needed us to get cursed out?
Why are you looking at? I ain't say shit.
No, every time she's like, but shout out to Demaris after she curses you and I out.
But why is she cursing
She always ends it with, but shout out to Demaris. I'm like,
but why is she cursing us out?
well, all right, this Twitter Spaces, she wasn't cursing us out. She has in the past. She's even done live videos. Like, we talked about it on here before. And even the last time when it was in her community where she was typing.
Yeah.
She's done this with us before. But we had talked about feeling like the album release date, like when they announced it, was it rushed? They smoked us in the comments because they were saying, how could a 7 years be rushed? And I think people kind of missed what we were saying. It wasn't the time in that. It was just the regime change. And then Outside didn't have a video, didn't have artwork. Like, they just announced some shit. Yeah, it felt a little rushed. So Cardi addressed that, and she was cursing a lot of people out that had to do with podcasts. And once she kept going, I was like, this can't be about us. Because she was saying of like certain things people were saying about her and negativity. I was like, all right, this got to be another podcast that I don't know about. But she did address the rush thing and said we were completely wrong. She has been working on this music for quite some time. This was the plan all along. And then went on to prove our point.
Of what?
That Outside was rushed.
Oh.
She said that it was a song she liked, but wasn't really sure about. It leaked, and then Atlantic was like, well, it's leaked, so just put it out. She said they didn't have artwork for it, no visuals, no nothing. She was already working on album stuff. So while she said we were completely wrong, she went on, I feel, to prove exactly what we were trying to say. Like, that felt weird. If you're announcing the album finally and you put a single out the week before, Cardi is a visual first type of artist. She has incredible videos. It felt rushed. Cardi said they didn't even have single artwork.
I think it was taken wrong what we said. Because if an artist was to hear somebody say, yo, do you feel like the artist is being rushed? I could see how Cardi could take that, because it's like, why would the label rush her to do something? So I can understand the pushback, like I wasn't rushed. I get that part of it, but we were saying how it just didn't feel like it was a cohesive plan. Like, this wasn't the plan. It was just like, oh, we landed on this. All right, fuck it, let's get behind it. Let's make it happen. So it wasn't, I guess I could see how Cardi felt the way about the word being pushed or being rushed to drop this. But if that's what happened, then that's the definition of being rushed. It was like, yo, this wasn't the plan. So now we gotta go with this.
And it's not even so much Cardi, because I understand that's her art. She's an artist. Artists are supposed to be sensitive. As Erykah Badu says, I'm an artist, I'm sensitive about my shit. I totally get that. It's more so the fan base that weirds me out a little bit. Like, are we not allowed to speculate about something that we didn't say anything negative about Cardi. We said we're excited for the project. This is not attacking people. And this is why this generation is the most soft fucking pussies on earth. Speculating about something we saw is not attacking anyone. We're not attacking your favorite artist. We saw something which she even confirmed that it was rushed. And we didn't even say that was a fact. We were just putting the facts together. Regime change, no video. It was a leak. It felt weird. And then you put a whole album announcement. I don't know. It felt rushed to me.
Right. But people don't put all of that into consideration when they just hear, yo, their favorite artist is being rushed. Like, or somebody said their favorite artist is being rushed. They don't put that into account. Like, well, the people that were behind the first album are no longer at the label.
Yeah.
It's of my belief, I'm guessing it's yours too, that they're probably no longer at the label because they couldn't get a second Cardi album out.
I think it had something to do with it, yeah.
So it's like, okay, regime changes, new people in the building, single that has no artwork, nothing, is just out, album announced. I think it's fair to be like, yo, did they rush her to do this? Like, did they just, like, do they even know Cardi? Who are these people that are in the building now behind this new Cardi project? Like, but if Cardi is saying this was the plan all along, let me shut the fuck up. All right, cool, go with the
album
plan.
was, but the outside part wasn't. So, I mean, I guess everyone's right in this case. We
Yeah,
were right about that. But I was happy to hear she said that there was no, obviously, visual for outside. She is working on visuals for the records that were planned prior to that. And like, she's focused on the rollout. She said when Bodak Yellow came out, was Invasion of Privacy 15 Bodak Yellows? No. It had a bunch of different sounds. Same one with this one. Then she went on, this is where I was like, she had to be talking about other podcasters. She was like, then people are saying that the label picked the album title and like all this stuff where I was like, at this point, she can't be talking about us.
No, she's not.
I mean, I'm on the side that nobody's ever talking about me unless they say my name. That's just me. So, you know, I mean, I think,
Hey, Beyonce.
well, I hope Cardi knows that we support her and we looking forward to the project. I mean,
Only
you
Demaris.
said it. Huh?
Only Demaris.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I mean,
The fuck? It's my friend.
I'll support her. I'm looking forward. I just want good music. That's all I'm on. I've been talking about this Cardi second album for years, only because, like I said, you know, the first one had so much acclaim and success. We got to hear, you know, this one, she's a different woman now. You know, a lot has changed in her life. I want to hear it in the music. So I don't care about all of this single, who picked. It's Cardi, man. Put the fucking album out. Let it be good music on it. Let us enjoy it. Like, that's where I stand. I just want to hear what she did with this project. That's it.
Yeah, Russ put out Wild on Friday as well.
Shout out to Russ, man.
Great project, and congrats to Russ for having the #1 hip hop album on iTunes, Apple charts, all that, completely independent, uploaded himself to TuneCore. Like, that's really big, man.
Yeah. Shout out to Russ,
kind of fucking
man.
crazy, the numbers he does independently. And I don't care if we keep repeating it. I'm going to champion it every single time.
No, absolutely.
Doesn't compromise on the product.
He does.
He's consistent, and he does the
what
shit by himself. He shows you how to do it too. It's not like he's hoarding the information.
Right.
Matter of fact, you guys get mad at him when he tries to give y'all too much game.
Like, Russ is one of those guys that he's going to tell you exactly what he's going to do, and then he's going to go out there and do it, and then do it big. So I love everything that Russ is doing. Shout out to him. And Russ be rapping, man.
Yo, yeah.
I fuck with anybody that's rapping, anybody that's saying something, anybody that's really making dope music, and salute, man, because there's a lot of trash ass shit out here in the space, man.
Oh shit, we were talking about who was it, MIA? That Doechii and Tyler maybe have jacked the beat.
Yeah.
We got another case. Nelly stole Spin the Block from Peeje. Peeje made a Spin the Block song that we played in this studio for a year and a half, 2 years maybe.
Oh,
like, Peeje has a #1 single that like we just keep into ourselves.
Yeah, that he just got
Like,
in on the hard
if you
drive.
know, you know type
Yeah,
of shit.
Yeah.
It's an untitled link that you just have to have.
Yeah.
Peeje made the greatest Spin the Block record ever, and then sure enough, when I come in here, Peeje's like, yo, you heard the Nelly Spin the Block shit? He hit spacebar. I thought Peeje was playing his song first. And he was like, nah, it's the Nelly one.
Nelly he jacked your song, Peeje. What we doing? I know a good lawyer, man.
And Demaris, how do you feel? Because you were the muse of the song.
Yeah, I was the inspiration. Spin the block.
I believe you're in the lyrics.
I am. Spin the block on me, Baby D.
Yeah.
That's the lyrics.
Spin the block on me, Baby D.
Yeah.
And all Nelly did was Ashanti, like just changed it to that. It was like, yeah, what the fuck?
This is feeling like Pharrell Marvin Gaye estate-ish.
Yeah.
This is what this
we got to get Brandy on this shit. They can't do my guy Peeje like that.
So Nelly got a song, Spin the Block?
It's pretty good.
Is it?
I was playing it earlier.
I thought that was like some trolling shit you was playing. That's Nelly? That shit is bad.
Yeah, it wasn't.
like
it wasn't that great.
That's bad. And I fuck with Nelly, but come on, what we doing, man?
I think it probably had to do with the rollout of their show. Like,
Oh, okay.
Because he Spin the Block.
Is that
Ashanti.
the theme song of the show?
That I don't know, but I'm just guessing that it has to do with the show coming out and he spun the block to his ex and got back together. But I don't know. That's one of those I think y'all got to live with. I think it'll grow on you guys.
It's not. I know when a song has the potential to grow on me, Rory. That doesn't have.
You know how like American Gangster, everyone didn't get it until like a few years later. It finally got its just due. I think this is the American Gangster of Nelly singles.
This is nothing like that. Nothing like that at all.
It's got a little country appeal. Like it's.
No, I get what he was trying to do.
Like
I told you, I like that other shit he did years ago with Tim McGraw. That's my shit. Was that Tim McGraw?
The Over and Over Again?
That's my shit.
It's a classic.
That's my shit.
A few years ago, though. That song might be 20 years old.
Right? I said a few. It's 20 years ago. God damn, what is time? Spin the Block, though, yeah, I don't know. That didn't, when Peeje was playing that, I didn't really, my ear didn't perk up like, yo, what is that? Nah.
The Ross and Pharrell for the Money record, I feel like.
That's growing on me.
I feel like I
didn't like it at first.
The snippet did bigger than when the record came out. I saw no one talking about it. I think it's a great record.
That record I watched, I didn't like it at first. And then I sent it to my homeboy and then he was like, yo, the video like kind of made me like it. So I watched the video and then I listened to it again and I was like, oh, it ain't that bad. But at first listen, it was kind of like, it's like when you taste something new at a restaurant, you eat it and you like, it's like the spices and the flavors is kind of like, I don't know how I feel about this yet, but you got to pair it with something. Like, yo, if you take a piece of that and put it with that together, then it's like, okay.
No, it was like the first time I ate ass.
Yeah. There you go.
Just like grew to.
You got to go from.
Now I fucking love it.
Yeah,
like,
there you go.
You know.
There you go. Get a little clit, side of the clit with the ass.
Yeah.
Entree.
That's a whole sides.
There you go.
Grab a nipple.
Delicious. It's delicious.
You know.
Yeah.
God forbid she has back dimples.
Demaris, you all right?
No, I just shout out to the back dimple crew.
Back dimple crew.
You got back dimples?
Yes.
Oh, never mind. You in a relationship.
Saying never mind you in a relationship.
Yo, what the fuck?
Never mind, you got a man. Like,
my bad. I want to respect y'all.
I want to respect y'all union and all that.
Your union.
Like, no disrespect. Like,
Yo, what the fuck?
Why is union so funny to me? I respect your union.
You got to tell the ladies, y'all respect your union. You know what I'm saying? I ain't going to come in between that.
But sometimes you don't respect the union.
You never respect it. I don't care about that nigga. Like, I don't give a fuck.
I don't respect your man.
Yeah,
so I'm going to say what the fuck
like,
I want to say.
Out of here. But so, you know, so I respect you, so it's all good. That's just funny. Sorry.
The new music.
Yeah. Well, anyways, T-Pain throws shade at Drake.
Still?
No, did we not talk about this on Thursday?
No, we didn't.
Mo, I am tired of looking at these phone plans and thinking it's a great price, and then I get the bill back and it is way higher than they advertise. That does not happen with Boost Mobile. You pay $25 a month forever. That is unlimited talk, text, and data starting at just $25.
5G speeds are not available in all areas. After 30 GB, customers may experience slower speeds. Customers will pay $25 a month as long as they remain active on the Boost Unlimited plan.
This is an ad by BetterHelp. June is Men's Mental Health Month, and my guy, it's time to talk. Men today face immense pressure to perform, to provide, to keep everything together. So it's no wonder that 6 million men in the U.S. suffer from depression every year. Men are also less likely to seek therapy than a woman, which means depression among men often goes underdiagnosed. If you're a man and you're feeling the weight of the world, the strongest thing you can do is ask for help. Talk to someone, anyone, a therapist, a friend, a loved one. Because real strength comes from being honest about what you're carrying and doing something about it. Therapy can help you find a way, and BetterHelp makes it easy to start. Take a short online quiz and connect with a qualified therapist from the privacy of your home. Every man deserves better. Visit BetterHelp.com/Rory Mall for 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/Rory Mall. Yeah, we didn't talk about this on Thursday. We saw the clip after we finished recording on Thursday. We were talking about it off mic, where T-Pain was on with Crash Dummies and was saying he wanted to take Drake's advice as far as bowing out gracefully, more or less, I want to retire before the fans make me retire type of thing.
Right.
And Drake commented under it, you know, saying something of this guy always has resentment for me. You can hear it every time he speaks on my name. And we had said on Thursday, I was like, I feel like Drake didn't listen to that whole clip. But then over the weekend when the internet started bringing up a bunch of T-Pain Drake stuff, and I was like, all right, now I see why Drake thinks this way.
Yeah, I think
I never paid attention to it, but I've been on that side where I've peeped somebody for years quietly saying certain shit like, nah, you were saying something in that clip, even if it didn't come across that way. Yeah. I've been studying for years that you've been saying weird.
You know the people that have been throwing some shots and have had little things to say. And then, as artists, of course, they know probably when it started, what it stems from. Maybe a record was sent, didn't get sent back, didn't do it. And then you got to watch. Because, let's be honest. Sometimes artists will do that. They'll say no to a record and then pay attention to how the artist behaves. Like, since you didn't do it. Watch what they start saying in interviews. Yeah. Watch what they start tweeting. Like,
small,
just because I said no to one record, I didn't want to do a record. Now all of a sudden, this person has all these little slight remarks, these little sly remarks about me whenever my name comes up. Like, where it stems from. So I think Drake has been paying attention to T-Pain's energy for some time. And this was just another moment where he was like, yo, this guy, like you said, this guy's always had some, what he said, resentment or.
Yeah. Which, sure, maybe T-Pain does. And all those clips, I did start to get it to the point that when somebody pulled up an old tweet of T-Pain adding cat stacks and said, did Drake fuck ? I thought it was a fake tweet. And then I clicked it and it was a real, it was on his, I thought I could click. I had the original tweet in my hand.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, what sparked this?
Yeah.
Was cat stacks and Drake even around at the same time?
I think there was a thing years ago where I think she said
she got deported before comeback season.
But didn't she say she slept with Drake at one point? Then she
said she slept with everybody.
She posted a video, something like that, like alluding to that. I think years ago. I think she may have said that or something. And I think T-Pain probably was just asking her for confirmation.
Should we give Cat Stacks her flowers? I feel like a lot of these bitches got their style from Cat Stacks. Like, we judged Cat Stacks at the time, but what she was doing is now the norm. We don't even blink our eyes. 1,000 bitches doing what she's doing.
That is true.
Like, it was national news. She got deported. Like, she really kicked the door in for you hoes.
Yeah, that is true.
To lie on men and she was a fucking trailblazer.
You make a point. She might deserve some flowers. She might, like, when we start going into the story of Cat Stacks.
And by flowers, I mean the rose vibrator.
Yeah, just 20 of those.
That'd be the sickest bouquet ever.
Sorry, Baby D.
Thank you.
Can you start the clock?
Yeah, I had to stop it. I know. Talking.
But yeah, man, I think Cat Stacks deserve, like, what Superhead did was, like, minimal to what Cat Stacks was out here doing.
Yeah, like Cat Stacks, she was out here. She was just too early, ahead of her time.
Yeah, and she, like how we talk about the blog era, where when it went from CDs to digital. Like, I feel like Superhead was in print. Like, you go to Barnes and Nobles, get her book.
Right.
Cat Stacks had Worldstar on lock.
Oh, yeah. Good times.
Yeah.
And rest in peace to Q. If I remember correctly, Q tried to, like, bail her out and get her a green card because that bitch was making him so much money.
Yeah. No, she was definitely ahead of her time, man. She was viral before viral was like a thing.
It was at the peak of Worldstar. It was fight compilations, MMG music video trailers, and Cat Stacks.
Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah, she stayed on the banner.
That was consistent. Of course, there's little shit throughout the week in there.
She was on the banner every week.
Every week, you know what time it was. Yeah. I'm going to get a Cat Stacks video. I'm going to see a bunch of Russians knocking out a bunch of fucking people. And I'm going to know that Meek Mill and Rick Ross have a music video coming at some point.
That's nostalgic, though. Real shit.
I still go on Worldstar from time to time just to see.
Really?
Yeah, just to see what they doing over there. You gotta just check in, like, yo, what they doing over there? Just to see it.
I can't even remember the last time I went.
Yeah, I was gonna. Is it still the same layout with that red writing and the?
Yeah,
it's a little different. They kind of trying to.
Oh yeah, it is a little.
It's a little TMZ-ish, a little.
Yeah,
you know.
Josh, can you pull up Worldstar for me, please, just so I can see what it looks like?
Yeah, they changed the layout.
I mean, they still got the hose here.
No, no. Listen, the product didn't change much. The layout just is a little. What was a little different?
What was their original baddies? Worldstar, Honey. What was their name?
Oh,
there was a whole tab at one point.
Was it Candy? Was it Worldstar Candy?
Eye Candy, was it?
Eye Candy, something like that.
Oh, that was a time.
Yeah,
it's funny. I listened to a podcast when Q was alive. He did an interview. Worldstar, he was buying up porn sites. Like that's how Q even got into the shit. He was just buying up a bunch of that shit and you could throw ads on it. Like he had like 15 porn shits. And that's like Worldstar was originally like some weird porn link and he just changed the URL. And I mean, he stuck with it.
No, listen, man. Worldstar is legendary. That's a legendary site. Legendary. People that was like, when that shit was on Worldstar, you was hype.
The way we say ether became like a verb and Worldstar was, people were just yelling it when someone got knocked out. Like it became a
Worldstar.
Don't get Worldstarred.
Don't get Worldstar.
Like that became the Summer Jam.
Worldstar might have, now that they think about it, Worldstar might have boosted the crime rate.
Yeah.
They might have a hand in the crime rate going up. Like, cause they was the first like, yo, like record me punching him in his face. That was like, it would live on Worldstar. Like you would fight somebody and you would send it to Worldstar. Like that was like the thing. Like, yo, get it on Worldstar.
Like the way we all
the fight compilations. You want to just sit on the fight compilation.
The way we all say now, like anytime something bad is happening, everyone takes their phones out and records it instead of helping. Worldstar started that shit.
Yeah, definitely. 100%.
First time was like, oh yeah, I gotta record this for Worldstar.
Yeah. Yell Worldstar and like, all right, everybody started looking around like who about to get punched in their face.
Sharkeisha, no.
Was that on Worldstar?
Of course.
Legendary.
Yo, rest in peace to Pop Smoke. When Pop Smoke first came out, the first thing everyone said was like, yo, that was the kid that went viral on Worldstar. He had gotten like jumped by like a bunch of Bloods in Brooklyn. And it was like one of the like most viral fucking videos in Worldstar. And like 10 years later, Pop Smoke comes out and everyone's like, damn, I've never seen anyone turn over a viral moment. Like now people don't even talk about it. But that was the first thing. That was like his Degrassi.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, you know that was the guy from that video, right? I was like, nah, holy shit. Yeah. That is him.
Worldstar is legendary, man. Shout out to Worldstar. Rest in peace, Q, man.
Yeah, for sure. But that also proved that Pop Smoke wasn't lying.
Oh, no.
Fuck, was gangbanging at 11.
Really in the streets. Really outside. Definitely. 100%.
Rest in peace to Pop Smoke. But
absolutely.
That's also a crazy story to me. Like, he was a Worldstar viral guy and then became a rapper. Like, I don't know, man.
Only in America.
How much money do you think Worldstar was bringing in at his peak?
He run a lot of ads through that shit.
I'm sure. Was the last Worldstar exclusive, was it Story of Adidon? Was that the last one?
I can't remember.
I don't know if that was the last one.
Like the way we can remember last time Flex broke a record was Otis that day. I feel like the last Worldstar shit was Push. Which even then Worldstar was kind of in a weird place.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. Legendary shit. Greatest website of all time?
No.
One of
Spank Bang.
Oh.
Probably
Okay.
owned by Q as well.
Yeah. Spank Bang, X Videos.
Which one was Spank Bang? I know X Videos. Which one was Spank Bang?
Spank Bang?
Is it Bank? Spank Bank?
B-A-N-G.
Okay.
You know about Spank Bang?
No.
Oh, man.
Oh, it was just Josh said teacher, fuck student.
Yeah. That's what originated at right there. Spank Bang.
Why has got old ass fucking 70-year-old?
Sam, that shit might be your flavor. What you mean? Why
they snitched on me that the ad knew my algorithm.
They heard you say teachers. Like, all right, go some teachers right here.
Okay, it's like Pornhub.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
This is the horniest podcast to ever podcast. Just want to make that clear.
Do we think that the Chris Brown and Drake truce and friendship is over?
Why? What happened now?
Chris Brown went on his IG story and just said T-Pain is one of the GOATs, pioneer. Like, shout out to T-Pain. And it was during the time when the Drake and T-Pain debacle was happening on IG. I don't think Chris just woke up, didn't check the timeline. It was like, you know what I'm going to shout out today? T-Pain.
Okay. There might be something behind that. There might be a little funny move from Chris.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I didn't see what was it? He just said T-Pain was a GOAT?
Yeah. One of the pioneers. Shout out to
T-Pain. Did T-Pain like pop out of his show? Did he perform with him?
No.
Oh yeah. There might be a little shade room right there, a little shade.
But I think something happened behind the scenes and speculating, of course. But there was the video of Chris dancing and Not Like Us. I was like, oh, all right, something's afoot.
Random thought.
It was not a random thought, dog.
Not a random thought, not a random post. T-Pain is one of the GOATs of my generation, that's a fact. Giving you your flowers, pioneer, love you, my brother.
Now watch, when does this episode air? Tomorrow? Watch by Thursday, Chris Brown going on a rant like, I don't have no beef with Drake. Me and T-Pain is cool. I wanted to give him his flowers. A random thought. It's really a random thought, you bitch ass niggas.
If he do that, I respect it. If he clear that up, I respect it. No problem with that. Like if it becomes a thing where he's seeing it like people trying to allude to the fact that he's throwing shade at Drake and he wants to clear it up, I respect that. Yeah, clear it up. Let people know like, nah, that's not what that was. If that's not what it was. But if we don't get no clearing up, we gonna just assume that that's what it is. Like, yo, you a little bit of shade.
Clear everything up, so.
Yeah. So I mean.
And then yells at us for being stupid for not realizing that he's Pyru.
Yeah.
Like, I'm Pyru. Why would y'all think that? Every time I'm like, oh, wait, huh?
I don't know, man.
That's one of the greatest things that Beyonce and Jay-Z ever decided to do in their life is not
landing this.
Is not clear up. They don't clear up shit that's wrong. Unless it's so bad that they need to like file a lawsuit behind closed doors because it feels like, you know what I'm saying, when somebody's really slandering them. But like rumors, they never cleared up because so you never know what's true or what's not with them because they don't clear shit up. Whether it's true, whether it's not true, we ain't saying shit, so you can't tell the difference. And I think that when I just brought that up because of the Chris Brown thing, like you said, if he doesn't clear it up because he clears up everything else, we know like, that's probably true because you clear everything else the fuck up. It's just safer not to say anything at all.
Yeah, I think with J and B though, they so far removed from.
And they're also from that school of
the gossip
addressing.
Like it's
like Chris is from a younger generation when you fucking get on the internet and
yeah,
say
of course.
everything.
But there's older people that are Jay and Beyonce's age where they also address stuff too. Oh, that's all I'm saying. Is just safer.
It's not Jay-Z and Beyonce.
It's safer not to. What's the name?
I mean, if you Jay and Beyonce age and you just on the internet every day clearing up rumors, this and the third every week,
your name is Benzino.
You failed. Oh. Like you got it wrong. Like something went wrong. You can't be 50 plus years old, 40 plus years old every week on the internet clearing up rumors. Like, come on, man.
Yeah. Well, first of all, let's not act like Jay's entire thing was clearing up rumors in the music. Like he wouldn't go, and sometimes he would go on the radio and clear shit up, but I mean, Lemonade and 444 is cleaning some shit up.
Yeah, but that's different because that was, something that happened in their relationship that was real. They was clearing that up like, this is what happened. This is where we stand. We working through it. We together. It's my wife, my husband. That was, them talking to us about what we had known was already confirmed. Like, okay, cool.
Listen,
I'm talking about dumb shit. Like
B is so cold that we saw the whole video of Solange trying to whoop Jay-Z's ass. And then Beyonce said,
of course, sometimes shit go down when it's $1 billion on an elevator.
And all of us was like, damn, I don't even thought of it that way.
Exactly.
Like, hold on, Beyonce. Don't trick me. I saw the fucking video.
One moment, bitch. One moment. Yeah. I hear you, but one moment.
No, that's a bar, but wait. No. I saw the video.
Nah, that's one of those like...
That had nothing to do with money.
That's the APs. That's that Alonzo Mourning meme was, yeah. Yes, it was a couple billion on that elevator. Like, I guess she got a point.
There's a fact there.
There's a fact. That's a fact. Yeah. Yeah, man. Everybody's human, man. Everybody have human moments. That's all.
What you think the security guard did with his deposit?
From the what was that, a hotel?
Retire.
It was at the Standard on the West Side Highway in 14th.
I don't know what he did, but he got his payday. Was nice though.
I believe the rumor was $200K. Look that up. I'm not sure, but I think the rumor was $200K that he got from TMZ or somebody. That's the doc I want to see of where are they now of the guys that like leaked all this. Like, what did you do with your money? Was it worth it?
$200K.
Like, if you blew that shit in the AC.
That's all he got for that was $200K. He could have got more than that. 50,000 for that? Oh nah. Yeah, they lowballed him. Yeah. We would still be at the negotiation table if I had that video. Years later, I'll be like, nope, not enough.
I'm holding out too.
Yeah, that's not gonna get it. That's not gonna get it done. Nope.
Yeah, I'm shopping around for sure.
Need another zero on there.
Oh, what? See, women don't stick together.
She probably...
That's crazy.
And she probably wasn't a Jay and Beyonce fan. She probably just knew that they was famous and was like, I have the video of them.
All right. You guys remember the day when we all saw it. Can you imagine being just at your security desk on your shift, probably trying to flirt?
You ain't got nothing to do with that.
You just sitting there like this, like, oh oh shit, is that Jay and Beyonce?
Oh, you mean if you're seeing it live happen?
You just see them start scrapping.
Oh my God.
Like coffee everywhere. I would be screaming like, yo, Solange is beating the shit out of Jay-Z right now.
Yeah, they wouldn't have known. They wouldn't have known I sold that video, but it would have been signs. Would have been signs.
You would have been like, Ace in the car.
What is Ace Bailey doing, man? What did he go to Utah? Did he get to Utah yet? All right, thank God, man.
Nah, I need confirmation. I don't believe
Jesus Christ. Yeah, he was.
Yeah, there'd be signs. Did y'all see a few months ago that, they cracked down on a bunch of COs in MDC Brooklyn, for bringing in paraphernalia, whatever. One of the COs drove to work in a Maserati.
I mean, Maseratis ain't that expensive. COs make good money.
I do think COs make good money.
Yeah.
How many COs just off that salary? If you go to a prison staff parking lot, it's just Aston Martins and Maseratis everywhere?
Well, Aston Martin is a little different from a Maserati, but I mean, you can get a Benz is cost what a Maserati costs.
Fam, iPhones were going for $5,000 in MDC Brooklyn, and they found 200 of them. And then this guy shows up in a Maserati.
Well, when you paint that picture, I mean, like I said, there'll be signs. There'll be signs is all I'm saying. Yeah, but some Maseratis,
There's no way
70,000 to 200,000.
the fucking 7 to work for 3 years.
Yeah.
You took the Q100 to Rikers with the whole staff. And then you show up in that.
Yeah, no, definitely when you paint that picture, yeah, this will be the first person we bring in the office.
Let's ask Paul first.
Yeah, let's talk to him first. Like, let's get him out the way because we might have to cut this investigation really short. We might have solved this immediately. Like, yeah, if you show up in that, it's like, okay, bunch of iPhones on the island. Yeah, I think we know who's behind something here. Yeah,
listen, you said. Allegedly on one of those podcasts where there's bricks now for $1,000, I said we should quit podcasting. If iPhones is going for $5K in the feds right now, I'm in the wrong business.
Oh yeah,
Rick Ross, I get it.
Yeah, of course they're going for $5K. Absolutely, a phone in prison?
No, even the flips in the article I was reading were going for like $300.
Yeah,
which
absolutely.
Of course $5K. I will raid the Boost Mobile store tomorrow.
Absolutely,
and show right up to MDC, 100 Century Street. Yo, I got you.
Yeah,
4,000.
No, iPhones in prison is definitely because you got to think about it. People that's locked up, they want to keep in touch because you in prison and the whole thing is about kind of be disconnected from the outside world. You have an iPhone in prison, you in tune with everything that's going on. Like this is that I can't go there. You know what I'm saying? I'm in jail, but it's like what's going on. You hear the music. Everything is on your iPhone. Movies, you can get fucking Netflix on your iPhone. It's like you can do everything on your iPhone. Niggas in jail, you look at some dudes that's locked up, you look at they Zelle and they Cash App while they in prison. It's like you got 20,000 sitting in his Cash App and Zelle and he's locked up.
Yeah. Shit, one of my favorite Ty Dolla songs of all time, Miracle. She was recorded in prison.
There you go.
She was incredible.
There you go. Yeah, absolutely.
Speaking of prison, we are recording this
from prison.
A mental prison.
Yeah.
We're recording this on Monday, June 30th at 3:30 p.m. We have not heard a verdict of the Puff trial, but we were told that there will be a decision today, right?
Well, they are deliberating. The jury is in deliberation. I don't know if the decision will come today. They're saying that it's already been some shit going on. One of the jurors not following instructions. I don't think that we'll get a decision today. I don't think that'll happen today. I think we'll get one possibly by the end of the week, but I don't think we'll get a decision today. It says one juror could not follow the pivotal instructions they were given at the start of their deliberations. The judge sent the jury back to work and did not call in an alternate.
Compromised.
So I mean,
jury.
I don't know if today is feasible, but I do think by the end of this week we will have a verdict in on the Sean Combs trial. Yeah.
You think Farnsworth Bentley got to one of the jurors?
No, I think Farnsworth is wherever he's at. He's staying far the fuck away from this, and he don't want his name brought up in nothing.
What's our predictions? I know some stuff was dropped, which we talked about last week. I see most people saying they think Puff's gonna walk. I mean, the charge of still soliciting prostitutes and all that is still there. Like, he's going to be guilty of something.
Yeah.
He's not gonna walk. I'm just curious what that sentence looks like. With the stuff that they did prove as far as soliciting sex workers and flying people places to have sex. So, I mean, I don't understand how people could think he's going to walk free. But, I mean, the kidnapping, arson, like the shit that could have got him, each one of those charges is 10, 15 years.
Yeah.
Those are off, but Puff is still going to sit down.
Yeah, I'm on the side of that. I think that we will see him sentenced to probably 10 years. I think that we'll see that. He will appeal, obviously. His team will appeal the sentencing. But I don't see him walking out of prison and just being back with it. I don't see it. 50 had posted something interesting too, the closing arguments from Diddy's lawyer. 50 was like, yo, his lawyer just pretty much fucked him. Like,
how so?
Whatever his lawyer said in his closing statements, closing arguments, I think 50 was on the side of, damn, they gonna think his lawyer was working for me. I don't know what he said in those statements, but, and then it's another account I follow on Twitter, one of these lawyers, and they were kind of saying the same thing, like the closing arguments weren't strong on Puff's behalf.
Yeah, and I did see those reports as well.
Damn, they did what 50 said, damn, they did Diddy dirty, them closing statements, man. I could have done better than that. How much he paid them lawyers? She didn't have the worst lawyer. You are the worst lawyer.
Goddamn.
Remember the name Mark Agnifilo. He just got Diddy ass 20 years. So I don't know. We'll see. I don't think that he'll walk out of this though. I think he will do some time. I think he'll be sentenced to at least 10 years. I don't see him just going home though.
Let's say he does, in some hypothetical shit, beat this week. I don't think it's ever going to stop. Like, I think Diddy, for his remaining years, even during this trial, more people have come up, not on a civil suit, on criminal charges. There was another guy last week that came out that, I do believe Tony Busby was behind it, but I just think he's going to constantly be in litigation or in jail. Maybe he'll get bail, but he's going to be in court nonstop. This is never going to stop.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Either way, we'll find out. I'm guessing this week. I don't see it going much longer than a week, but it's not looking good, man. That's just the bottom line, and and then we'll have to come back and talk about what this means, just for the culture. Like, one of the most beloved figures in our culture will be sentenced, or will be, his case will be closed this week. Whether he'll be found innocent or guilty, we'll have to wait for that. But either way, what does it mean though? Like, guilty or innocent, what does it mean? What does it look like? If Puff is innocent and comes home, what does it look like? Is he met with open arms? Is he met with the fan base waiting on him? Is he putting out music? Is he, is he selling alcohol? Is he having parties? Is he still the same Puff that we grew up knowing?
Obviously not the same, but I do think he is going to be met with more open arms than we're expecting. Even to the point of when everyone rightfully so completely turned on him when that footage came out, the amount of people that I have seen that have been paying attention to this trial, that have a platform, have been very pro Puff in this, based off what he's being accused of, not the Cassie situation there. And if you go through all the comments, I'm not saying the timeline is the whole world, but everyone's kind of on Puff's side.
Yeah.
Like, I think he will be met with open arms.
Yeah, he was kind of, before he went in, he was hugging babies.
He was in projects with G-Dep, everyone.
Yeah, like, so, I think it's one of those things where, we hear things about, people, and it's just like, you just get to a point where you just realize people don't care, man. Like, people don't, as much people as you think care really don't care. It could be, charges that Puff is facing, charges that Tory is facing, charges that R. Kelly is facing, whoever. More times than none, people just don't give a fuck. If it doesn't directly affect them, one thing we always taught to do growing up is mind our business. Doesn't affect us, could care less. So, that's where the open arms come in at, because it's like there'll be people that it didn't affect them. They didn't go through this. They wasn't, you know, in a fucking sex cult for years against their will and all of this other shit that, you know, Puff is being accused of. They didn't go through that. So why should they care about who went through it? It didn't affect them. They just want music.
I mean, I see 50 shitting on his lawyers, but the fact that they got that arson charge dropped that quickly when Kid Cudi went on the stand and said, nah, Puff burnt my he blew up my car.
Mm-hmm.
How he got off on that is insane to me.
Yeah.
So who the fuck knows from here? Also, this is why I hate so much misinformation on the internet. When the raid happened in LA and Miami, credible news sources, there was automatic weapons with serial numbers scratched off. When I saw it, I was like, oh, Puff going down now. Like that's...
Yeah. Well, that's why he
not even in the fucking paperwork now.
Well, that's why he didn't get bail. Is because he found guns.
Why is that not on this case?
I'm gonna be honest. I haven't been paying attention to this case enough.
It's very confusing.
Yeah, like I haven't been. Really
I sort of have, and it's still confusing to me. Like, how are they going to try that at a separate time? Automatic firearms with scratched off serial numbers in California, and I mean Florida. If it's scratched off in any state, Texas, Florida, I don't give a fuck. In the most gun-happy state, you can't have automatic weapons with serial numbers scratched off.
No, definitely.
Isn't that like mandatory 20 years?
Federal guidelines, yeah.
It's like disassembled AR-15 parts, magazines. So I don't know, man. I never know who to trust.
Good lawyers are for.
I never know who to trust with anything anymore.
That's what
and
good lawyers are for.
And as much as we have been very vocal when others weren't about Puff and the nasty shit that he was doing, how he treated Cassie, I'm still on the side of the misinformation is fucked up that they was talking about he was fucking kids. There's not a single lick of evidence that Puff was fucking children. Mm-hmm. Can we like stop saying that?
Yeah, but that's what happens when there's cases like this come down. People start throwing all kind of shit in the batch, in the cart. It's like, yeah, kids, you know, it's just weird, man. But
it's still fuck Puff, and I know this is contradictory to the callback of the teacher fucking thing we're talking about. Why do people want entertainers to fuck kids so badly?
I think that they just feel like they are.
People were furious when they found out that Jay-Z did in fact not rape a 13-year-old.
Right.
Furious.
But that's because they,
want someone to get raped.
They want what they have, the stories that they've created about these people to be true. That's what they want. They want it to be true. Like, see, I told you they be having wild parties where they fuck kids and eat and drink their blood and all. It's just like,
I'm sure it happens somewhere, but I've seen no evidence of it here.
I'm sure it happens somewhere, but no, that's not the case with Jay, I'll say.
And before we get to voicemails, I do want to speak on some more fucking idiot internet shit. Congrats to Nas for the World Casino Resort putting out the commercial. But the amount of people were like, that's how you respond to Jim. Look what Nas did. You think Nas saw Jim Jones say that and then was like, you know what? I'm going to go get a casino. And does someone have a camera?
Yeah.
I'll do a voiceover today.
Mm-hmm.
People are a little slow.
I mean, the timing of it couldn't have been any better, though. I will say that.
Oh, no. It definitely timed up great.
The timing couldn't have been any better. Like, you want to talk about going viral. I mean, Nas brought a casino to Queens. He's part of the ownership that brought a casino to Queens.
I believe this is in Albany.
Oh,
there's already a casino in Queens. Okay, because I did see in the commercial they put up Albany as well. So I was, and I thought it was just branding with the Queens for whatever the fuck it was. But
he's receiving a little bit of backlash.
Of course
about this.
Of course, he is.
Team Nas all fucking day, but I'm kind of with some of the backlash, not at Nas for investing in a casino. Gambling is the most lucrative thing right now. It's legal. Like, as a business investor, yes, it makes sense to do casinos, gambling websites, shit. You even see Drake, who's a billionaire, Steak, Hove's trying to bring Caesars to New York. Like, I get it. But the way they frame these fucking trailers is worse than we did with Palooza of like, wait, this is just a party. Nas was talking like he was changing the world. Dog, it's gambling.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, it is gambling.
Queens to the world, dog, is blackjack.
No, you're right.
You acting like
You're
he
right.
just created subsidized housing in Far Rockaway. Dog, it's a casino.
No, you're right. But I mean, you know,
These commercials are nuts.
but coming from where Nas comes from, they never would expect Nas
get
to
it.
be able to even sit in the board and have anything to do with opening.
No, I get that, but I totally understood, especially the people that don't hold Nas to the regard that we do, or you know, view Nas the way he's been part of our lives for so long. Just saw that commercial of like, wait, this voiceover is about a casino?
Mm-hmm.
What?
Well, the backlash I've been seeing.
Are you bragging about raising a crime rate in a neighborhood?
Yeah, that the backlash I've been seeing is why are Nas and Jay-Z so willing and able to invest money into things that are absolutely terrible for their community, such as gambling, such as alcohol, which
Is it terrible for the community? A lot of niggas from the community gonna be working there.
is gambling and alcohol are terrible for our
Popeyes
communities.
is terrible for the community.
I'm sorry?
Popeyes is terrible for the community.
Yes.
Yesterday.
Okay, so one
on the
doesn't
ball
like
all night.
negate the other. Like I get completely
It's
what you're
always
trying
gonna be
to say.
something terrible for the community, but on the flip side of it, you know how many jobs a casino is gonna open up for people that live in our communities? You know how many people are gonna be able to work at this casino and have a job? So I get it. I get what you're saying. Like people going there gambling. People gonna gamble anyway. You can gamble. I could bet right now that the Yankees won't score 6 runs tonight on my phone. You know what I'm saying? So it's not, that's not Jay-Z's fault. That's not Nas's fault. Like people gonna gamble no matter what. Gambling has been around forever and it's gonna be around forever.
Yes,
Well, I mean,
but there's also go ahead, Rory.
Statistically,
the
no matter,
Barclays, they thought the Barclays was a terrible idea. When Jay got behind it, it's a terrible
Look at
idea.
Rory's like it is. It
fucking
still is.
displaced the whole community. Like it changed.
Yes, it did.
It was fucking awful.
It did, but how many people from Brooklyn
thank
also
God we have an
work
Applebee's
at
on
the
Flatbush
Barclays?
now.
I'm just saying, how many people work at Barclays?
Well, that Applebee's has been there.
Yeah, no.
But
Well, we
yes,
put a
there's
target
plenty
under
of
it.
jobs, yes, but it also displaced hundreds of people who had lived there for like their whole entire lives. And
It pushed the price up of that entire neighborhood.
Yeah,
that-
like-
that-
yeah,
who had
but
been
I mean,
renting
there's some
there for
jobs,
years, had
sure.
no control. When their landlords were getting offers to just sell their shit,
It's always going to
new
be.
landlord come in, they raise the rent to crazy. Like, dog, I've been living here for 20 years.
Listen,
Fuck.
when change happens, that's exactly what happens. Things change. So I get it. You're right. I'm not saying y'all are wrong, but you can't just look at, oh, people got displaced. Oh, how many people going to be gambling and losing their money? True. They're going to gamble. If that means the lady that live in your building in the hood got to get on the bus to go to Atlantic City to gamble versus get on a train to go right to Midtown to gamble, Miss Barbara going to gamble. Is what I'm saying. She gonna spend that motherfucking Social Security money. She gonna try to flip it on blackjack, whether she gotta go to Atlantic City or go to Times Square. People gonna gamble.
All right. I mean, statistically, no matter what, when a casino enters a city neighborhood, the crime rate statistically goes up. That happens no matter what.
Yeah, because I'm
But
broke now.
that-
and I gotta get it.
That's
I gotta
going to be a
take
thing
yours.
regardless, which I mean, I don't know. Times Square being an option right now, Hell's Kitchen Times Square for the Caesar's Palace one that Jay-Z and them are trying to bring amongst a bunch of Saudi billionaires, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
They do have regulations, and I only know this because it directly affected my family. Because, you know, in Hell's Kitchen, that community, like, they meet with them and have certain things they have to meet to make sure that they're not displacing a neighborhood now.
Mm-hmm.
There are regulations now, which I do appreciate, and the things you have to do in the community to even bid to do a casino now. Like, they're trying to make it a little bit better.
Yeah, I
Because
get
we've
it.
seen what the fuck it's done to neighborhoods
Absolutely.
and cities, but you got to understand, fuck the crime shit. Like, imagine you just have your neighborhood and a casino lands there.
Mm-hmm.
Now you live in a tourist attraction,
Mm-hmm.
which was once your neighborhood. Like, fuck the crime part. Like, now that, come on. Walking outside to a casino?
I get it, but if we're gonna do that, we gotta say the same thing about them opening up a Starbucks on every corner.
I don't disagree.
Sugar's killing niggas like how Ray J said, asses are being taken at rates that nobody has ever seen. Like sugar
connection. I'm just
saying, sugar is killing
Where
niggas.
Ray J got that statistic?
Listen, man, I don't know what Ray J know. He just know asses are
What's
being
the Ray
taken.
J census on things?
I'm just saying, man, if we're gonna say that about a casino, we gotta say it about Starbucks, we gotta say it about Popeyes, we gotta say it about McDonald's, we gotta say it about all of this shit that's giving niggas high blood pressure, heart disease, fucking strokes. It's the same shit. Pick your poison.
And again, this is going to sound like a fucking ad for Rock Nation. I promise you it's the most unbiased thing ever. I do think it's important when people like Jay-Z do bid for that, because I do, despite what most people think, I do think Jay-Z cares about the community. And if he is going to do a capitalistic move, we know him to be a capitalist, a great businessman, he's also going to make sure that the neighborhood's not completely fucked. And I've seen that firsthand just off the bids with this entire thing with Hell's Kitchen. Nas, I think, is one of those people too that does care. Yeah, of course they're capitalists.
I'm on the side of believing that Nas and Jay care about their community.
That's what I'm saying. I prefer people like that instead of just all the CEOs that they showed in that Nas trailer. Like, all right, maybe somebody that cares about the community is in that boardroom.
Just get one of us in the boardroom, man.
Because it's going to go up regardless. Casino didn't need Nas.
That's my point. That's my point. Where they don't need Nas, they don't need Jay, they don't need none of these dudes. It's going to go up if they wanted to or not. It's going to happen if they wanted to. What I'm saying is, okay, get Jay in there. Let him kind of like, yo, listen, no, but we can't do that because the community, we can't knock this down. This is a staple in the community. Do this like, so just have somebody that represents us and looks like us in those rooms.
And to close, right before we get to voicemails, I think they're targeting the wrong guys though. Like, I think they need someone like Whack 100 in those rooms. Because if you remember the casino that's already in Queens, they opened a Wet Willie's. And on Pyru, that shit was shut down that day. It went viral on Worldstar, actually.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's a fact.
So I get with Nas and Jay, but you need to get some gang members in there to calm shit down, because they'll shut this Queens casino down in 2 seconds.
Yeah,
there's history of it.
You know, Wack got somebody text messages on the board. Like what he doing? I got his text messages from 2003. He don't even like y'all.
Yo.
Wack gonna keep a text message from a flip phone from 03 for sure. He got him.
Listen, Nas is Nas, but if you don't think that the snows on Guy Brewer won't shut down this casino in 2 seconds,
yeah.
Sorry,
I'm not mad at it, man.
Your commercial.
This is going up. I know there's one in Albany, but is this going up in Queens? Okay.
Where? Next to the one that's already there?
Yeah, it's like to build around it like a stadium.
Okay, to build. Okay, yeah. By Aqueduct, because aren't they shutting down? Aqueduct. Listen, too local.
That'd be fire if Nas get like a residency there.
Oh, you know it's coming.
So keep doing residencies in Vegas. Get a residency right there in Queens. Shit like that is what I'm like. Okay, I could kind of say if it's gonna be a stadium there. Like, okay, I could see that type of shit coming out of it. Like, it's always a play, man.
Yeah, no, as if the Belt Parkway is not already a fucking parking lot.
Listen,
let's add some more casinos there.
Yeah, let's do it.
But I think Jay-Z should do a residency for the Super Bowl.
A residency for the Super Bowl?
10 halftimes in a row.
That's crazy. That's
same set.
I'm gonna be parked every time too.
That's fucking crazy.
Oh my God.
A casino in Citi Field?
There's already not enough parking for Citi Field.
Jesus.
Oh yeah, I did see the Coney Island one too.
Oh man, the homies gonna be in there shooting. They're gonna be at that crap table all fucking. Jesus Christ, fuck it, man. Demaris, they gonna smoke weed. They had to legalize it. They had to, you know what I'm saying? They had to make it to where you don't get arrested. They gonna smoke it no matter what. Niggas gonna shoot dice, Demaris.
Yeah, but there's a such thing as making things too accessible. Too accessible, yes. Yes, things are too accessible.
Things been too accessible.
Gambling has not been too accessible in New York City. They are making it too accessible.
Demaris, do you know what the hood is going through on FanDuel right now?
I do.
Do you know what these little niggas uptown is gambling every week on FanDuel?
You're more likely to buy liquor. Even if you're an alcoholic, you're more likely to buy liquor if there's one on your corner, which is why people complain about the amount of liquor.
CIA put that in effect in the 60s.
But Demaris, what I'm saying is, I remember when niggas would cross the bridge
to Jersey, yeah,
just to put a ticket in on their phone. Literally cross the bridge, connect to the fucking towers over there so they can put in a ticket on FanDuel and come right back uptown to Harlem.
You know the Poppy bus?
They gonna gamble no matter what you do.
Yep. Sunday was just full of everybody from uptown on the Poppy bus going across the GW.
Just to put a ticket in and come right back across.
Can you imagine how many people actually had never even gambled before before, but the moment it became legal in New York, someone was like, oh, let me try it. And sometimes you don't know that you have a problem or that you can become addicted to something until you try it for the first time. And some people won't try things for the first time because it isn't accessible to them. Just like if somebody might not have tried crack, but if somebody offers them crack because it's, we just opened a crack store on the corner. Here, try crack. Now you're fucking addicted to crack. When you would have never tried crack before because it wasn't accessible to you. So of course
Nino
the hardcore.
Brown did that, and we saw Bill Russell kill him at the end of the movie. So it is what it is.
And he made a lot of good points though that there were no Uzis made in Harlem.
Yeah,
no one in there owned a poppy field.
See, we didn't land on Plymouth Rock, Demaris. Plymouth Rock landed on us. See what I'm saying? Either way, niggas gonna gamble, niggas gonna drink, and niggas gonna drink sugar. They gonna do either way. It don't matter what you do. They gonna find it. Niggas travel for food. They don't care. Yo, over here they got this word. I'm going over there. It don't matter if you put it on my block. It's just like, all right, now I ain't got to travel that far. But they gonna get it. It don't matter.
And once the government saw how much we was making, it wasn't the concern for the citizens. It was how do we get in on this? Oh, let's legalize it and take everything over.
Let's tax it.
Gambling. Oh shit, this is what y'all making?
Let's tax it.
Say less.
FanDuel was like, nah, y'all ain't got to come to Jersey no more. It's available everywhere.
I'm gonna get on one of like my dad rants so we can get to voicemails. But the fact that loan sharking is illegal should tell you everything about the United States government.
There you go. That's a great point.
Why is it illegal for me to lend somebody money at a certain price point the same way you do with credit cards and your bank? Why is that illegal? I'm not saying harm, like I'm not gonna hurt
the government's not.
Why do I have to go to jail because I lent somebody money on a point system the same way you do when you force credit cards down my fucking throat?
Yo, let me tell y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all a funny story real quick. So a couple of days ago, I don't know if y'all ever heard of the app Swimply. It's like you can rent somebody that has a house, they have like a nice pool, you can rent the pool for the day or whatever.
I had no idea that was a thing.
It's called Swimply, right?
Okay.
So I'm talking to one of the guys on the app, right? I'm talking to him and I'm like, yo, can I extend it? Because it was like blacked out, like a certain hour was blacked out. I was like, hey, can I extend it to that hour? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, okay. I was like, yo, but I don't know how to do it on the app if I'm trying to book it. I was like, he's like, yeah, I don't either. So then he was like, well, if you book it, you know what I'm saying, and you do want to extend it, like, do you have cash? He's like, Venmo, Zelle, Cash App, whatever. Mm-hmm. How the app jumps in on the conversation and says, hey, seems like you're trying to make a transaction away from the app. Mm-hmm. I'm like, what the fuck?
TaskRabbit is being in your business like that too.
Airbnb. I mean, there's ways to get around it, especially with Airbnb.
Yo, that was the craziest shit. I was like they don't even want you trying to negotiate. And he owns the house. This is his pool.
Well, because what happens a lot that they become responsible for, I'm sure, especially with Airbnb, people do shit outside of the app and get scammed. And now you come into Airbnb like, Airbnb, this person
No. But I'm talking to the homeowner and he's saying, if you have Zelle or Venmo, you could just send it to me like that. So now I understand it, but this is his home. This is his house. And I'm just asking because the time was blocked out after a certain time.
No, I get why you're doing it. I'm saying why Swimply is probably doing it because he could probably say, oh yeah, just cash at me this and take it and you ass out.
No, because they want their 10% cut.
Yeah.
And also that
it's liability and the 10% cut.
They
for sure.
want their cut.
But I mean, like I have the same TaskRabbit guy from 4 apartments ago, and I've never used TaskRabbit after that. Like after the first time, I was like, just let me get your number.
Yeah.
And he same rate. He makes more money. Like, and it's just easier. I hate going through apps to fucking talk to people.
That TaskRabbit shit is crazy though, because they get paid hourly. This nigga took 5 hours to drill 12 screws into my ceiling.
Bro.
I'm looking at him, I'm like, all right, fam. Like, all right, I get it.
Get me started.
Milk the clock, I get it. He was holding the fucking ball at half court. He was milking the fucking game clock. I'm like, yo, dog. All right, man, 12 screws in the ceiling. I need you to put up this rod like 4 hours for almost 5 hours. Like, come on, bro.
Do y'all remember, and I used a different guy because my TaskRabbit guy wasn't available. Do you guys remember we recorded at my crib on July 4th?
Yes.
So we were gonna have a barbecue after, and I had a grill, and I was like, fuck, we have to record. So I had someone put it together while we were recording, lost track of time. He was up on my roof for like 4 hours. We have recorded 2 episodes, I think. And then when I grabbed the directions and everything, this motherfucker just had to put the wheels on it. The grill was fucking together, dog.
Wow.
And I wasn't checking because we was recording. Like,
Yo, I'm crying.
the whole
Free money.
I didn't open the big ass bottle. Like, we brought it up together before y'all came.
Yeah.
And I was just like, yeah, cool. I went downstairs. When we finished, I went up there. Then I looked through the shit after he left. I was like, wait, did he just put wheels on this bitch?
That's it. How much he charged you for that?
Oh, he was like 60 an hour.
That's crazy.
That's what I'm saying.
I would have rented him again for some other shit and lined him up. So you come back. We would have jumped that nigga in the garage.
Yo.
That's hilarious. Well, I mean, did you get your pool time?
No. I didn't rent it. I was just asking, but then the fact that we was having that conversation and they jumped in like, hey, it looks like, I was like, what the? It just got, I was like, nah. I was like, nothing.
Nah, you just put me on to some shit though. You definitely just put me on to some shit. I'm about to go crazy. I'm about to rent one for when I'm in Atlanta. Like, I'm looking at this shit now.
Yeah, Swimply is the shit. Because you could just rent somebody's pool for the day. Yeah.
Do people
Fire.
still, do like drug dealers from Brooklyn still rent houses in Long Island
Yes.
the day to do pool party?
I'm going
Thank
to one
God
soon.
the culture's still in.
Yeah.
Those would be the funnest shit ever because they would destroy the fucking house and then everyone would leave.
Yeah.
And it was like, this is insane. Why would you do this to the people of Deer Park?
Deer Park.
No worrying now.
This episode is sponsored by Row Mall. It is summertime, and you know what happens in the summertime?
You got to grow.
Adults get together and they do adult things.
Exactly.
But sometimes you be out in the streets all day. You find that one thing, but get a little exhausted, and sometimes you can't get it up.
You need a little push.
Yeah, just a little boost into what you're trying to do.
Start the engine.
And listen, you cannot spell Rory without Row. All summer, I'm on the Row. She gonna know when I'm not on it.
Row connects guys with a medical provider 100% online, so you don't have to waste time in waiting rooms, talking to people. You get right to it. If approved, it ships directly to your door. If prescribed, new sexual health patients get $15 off their first order of Sparks on a recurring plan. Connect with the provider at row.co/Rory and Mal to find out if prescription Row Sparks are right for you. That's ro.co/Rory and Mal for $15 off your first order.
Leave the honey packs alone. Maul, we were completely wrong about everything LIV GOLF last week.
We lived to swing another day.
My guy, I think, was like 24th or 25th. I had him winning the whole thing.
It's all right, Joaquin. Don't worry about it.
I think we owe Patrick Reed an apology. He won the weekend at LIV GOLF.
Yes.
Crushers GC won the team event in Dallas. Like,
shout out to Bryson DeChambeau. He's from
went
Dallas.
crazy. We had that completely wrong.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Bryson. We didn't mention Bryson. Bryson, you did what you had to do. But a lot of people came out. 50,000 people.
20,000 was the original.
Yeah,
50 broke the
record. I like what LIV GOLF was doing. Live DJ.
Yeah,
bring some music to the golf course.
Do a little golf clap to the DJ.
Trying to bring culture to the golf course. I see what y'all doing. Hey, give us some memberships at them clubs now.
Yeah,
that's what we need.
Yeah, I want to hear EDM in my backswing.
Yeah, man. I'm tired. I'm gonna LIV GOLF. I might play next year. I might see y'all LIV GOLF next year.
LiveGolf.com for tickets. Do we have voicemails?
You've got mail.
Shout out to our guys at Boost. They're boosting these voicemails today.
Unlimited voicemails.
That's probably a limit.
It's definitely there's no limit on the voicemail.
And there's mad data on these.
Absolutely.
All right, you get to play.
Hello, this is Shaggy, No Mystery Machine, and I got a quick question for you
like
guys.
I should pause that.
I've been talking to this little chick for some time now. We went on 2-3 dates, and I finally went back to her place, and I got the draws, right? And in the middle of us, getting it on, I'm hitting it from the back, and I smell something, and it was her coochie. Her coochie smells terrible. My question to you is, without being disrespectful, how can I tell this woman that her coochie smells bad? Now, during that night, I know you're asking yourself, why you didn't stop? I needed to get my return on investments. We went on 2-3 dates. I spent some money. She getting this dick, you know what I'm saying? So I kind of fuck my way through the smell. My question to you, without being disrespectful, how can I tell this chick that her coochie stank? Oh yeah, and I knew something was up because she had so many boxes of Summer Eve. So how can I tell her this? Thank you.
Baby D.
What's Summer Eve again?
Summer's Eve is like feminine wash.
But Summer's Eve doesn't mean your vagina stinks. Some people use Summer's Eve just because they don't want to use regular soap on their vagina. That's what Summer's Eve is made for. It's not to get rid of a smell. So if you see women with Summer's Eve, it's just sensitive soap that people use in their vagina area.
Okay. All I mean, are we calling cap out the gate on this?
I'm calling so much cap. It's not even funny.
Listen, hypothetically, if this is true, we've all fucked through the smell before. Give her another shot. If it still stink, move on.
Not as a grown man, though. That's like high school.
Fine grown man.
In your late 20s, 30s, you should not be fucking through the smell.
No.
It happens sometimes.
No, hell no.
Fresh off a period.
I wouldn't give a fuck. I've had sex with girls fresh off their period, don't smell like nothing.
I've had sex with girls on their period and it smelled fine.
There you go.
But, you know, sometimes everyone's not at their best.
Yeah, so
who am I to judge?
I'm not going to fuck through it. That's all I'm saying.
Listen.
We're not going to act like we don't smell this. No, I'm not doing that.
All right, think of it this way. There's been times when I've nutted too quick and prayed that she gave me a second shot. And she did, and I thanked her for it. I thought it was a very adult move, and I show and prove. So, with this, sometimes there's a chemical imbalance. So little yeast in there. Sometimes she left the toast in too long.
So you go back for a second to see if if you just had a bad day, is what you say?
Yeah.
All right, I'm not mad. It depends on how bad it is. If it's not too crazy, because you can kind of differentiate the scent of, you know, bad day, and then like, oh, might be a little bacteria or something going on. It's a different type of smell. So what I'm saying is, Baby D, as a woman.
Why me?
Well, because he's trying to figure out what's a way to tell a woman that without, you know, coming off disrespectful or trying not to hurt her feelings as much. Like, how does a guy tell a woman like, hey, you know, it's not smelling too fresh down there? Like,
this is the last day of your cycle. You still spotting? No? Okay.
I can't speak for all women on this.
You do though.
How would you want to hear it?
You speak for literally every vagina in the world.
She knows. If she still has sex with you, and her vagina was stink and she didn't know, then that means that she's nose blind, and that means that that's a regular smell for her. Because if she didn't say anything like, oh, you sure I have BV, or you sure I'm fresh off my period, or if she didn't give you a pre-warning.
Asking if you sure is crazy before sex. I'm sitting over here hard as motherfucking Chinese algebra. You asking if I'm sure. No, I'm 1000% sure I want that pussy. But if it stink, hell no, I don't want it. Which
is why I was saying that. I also feel like that, are you sure, is a conversation that you have with someone you're in a relationship with. Because sometimes when you're in a relationship, you're going to get BV and niggas are horny. You're like, all right, I'm just telling you. Like, that makes sense to me. But if this is your first time having sex with someone, you should be in tip-top shape. And if you're not in tip-top shape, most women would not feel comfortable giving their vagina out. If she was comfortable doing that and said nothing to you before or after, like if she was drunk or something like that, then that's how she regularly smells. I don't believe him though. I think he just...
All right, watch this. Why you don't believe him?
Because the way he was talking, it just...
I think it was cap, but
no,
we can't say that every man hasn't ran into some smelling box before.
No, for sure. The situation happens a lot. I'm just saying he sounds like, you know.
He sounds gay. He sounds like he don't like women. It sounds like he's about to call her fish in a minute. If he would have had another minute, he'd call her
sometimes
fish.
I wonder, like, you have a beautiful mind. I'm trying to figure out how your mind works.
No, he was about
what about that had anything to do with being
me and Peeje on the same page. He definitely sound like
Peeje in it.
Because Peeje's looking at me like, yeah, like, you know, like, come on, he sound a little like, if your homeboy was to walk in here and be talking like him, I would definitely text Demaris like, yo, is he gay?
It was his first time trying pussy, and he didn't know that's just what pussy smells like, period.
No, you know when something ain't supposed to smell right. Like, you know, smells is like, or you know, like, that don't smell.
Lord have mercy.
Right. And sometimes guys don't know the difference between her pussy smelling like that and her butt smelling like that.
That is a fact.
Like, sometimes dudes don't know the difference. They'd be like, yo, that was her butt. That wasn't her, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's the same region. It's the same area. Here? You know what I'm saying? It's like Ukraine and it's like Russia and Alaska. You can see it from the backyard. But it's like, nah, you know when it's butt versus vagina.
And when you play in pickleball, sometimes those smells when you're going.
Exactly.
They merge.
See, you know, you've been outside for some years. You know, man.
I have given women VD by going from anal into her vagina right after.
That's crazy.
Yeah, we shouldn't have done it in that order. We should have done it the opposite order. Listen, things you learn as a kid.
You gotta grow, man. You gotta learn as you get older. You grow and you learn, man. That's how it goes, man.
I mean, I don't want to single out Demaris, but she's the only woman. All right, I'll ask you because HR might get in.
Thank you.
I am HR. It's okay.
You've known when you had a little must on the sack.
On the sack.
Yeah, but
you could feel when you not at your highest.
Yeah, but my must is different.
With Summer's Eve, we need Summer's Adam. Like sometimes men need to just,
Summer's Adam.
just wipe up their balls sometimes.
Yeah, just
because I've even stopped a chick from going to my ball. Like, hold on.
Oh no, when
I have been out all goddamn day, miss. I would never want to do that to your mouth.
Yeah. Like Demaris said, like if I just got off a flight, long flight, and I meet up,
head straight off the flight.
Yeah, like it's like
I don't have it like that.
It's like, listen, man, like I've been on a flight, sitting down, walking through the airport, got something to eat, might have bust 2-3 farts, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think you want to go down there, right? Let me jump in the shower, let me get right, and then we can get to the proceedings. But you ain't gonna just let a girl go down there and you've been all day on a flight, sweats, and you just like, come on, man, don't do that.
Well, I mean, to close this, there is a actual scientific thing that you can do for her that I learned from Raekwon the chef, with a woman that was on tour and got onto the Wu-Tang bus and her pussy smelled like shit. They turned the bathtub on real hot and they said, sit in there and bake a bit.
Yeah, I don't think you should do that. I don't think you should put somebody.
No, they just put her in hot water just to see if it make her pussy smell better.
Just hot water?
I can sit there and bake a bit.
I can promise you that ain't gonna work. Just hot water? No, you need to put some stuff in there. You need some supplements. You need some apple cider vinegar. You need, just a cap full. Boop, put that in there, maybe a little bath bomb.
At what point would a woman have some type of self-pride of not only like running through the Wu-Tang Clan that probably has more members than any rap group of all time.
But
also that's safe to say they said, nah, your shit smell. Go sit in the bathtub and you do it. Bitch, go home. Call your father.
Yeah, nah, I can't do it. As a grown man, I'm not doing it.
Well, when was the last time that you fucked through some smelly pussy?
It's been a long time, bro.
20 years?
Probably. Maybe a little less than 20. Maybe a little less than 20. But yeah, because I can't hide it. My face, and I'm not as aroused. I'm not as into it no more. I just can't do it, bro. I can never do it. Me and smells are like, I smell everything. So it's like I can't, and then I'm gonna just keep thinking about it while we trying to have sex. Nah, I can't do it.
Yeah.
Can't do it.
You have the senses of Helen Keller. Like they just all
I can't do it. Smells,
sex.
Bad smells, poor hygiene. I can't do it, bro. I'm sorry.
Well, yeah, man, give her another shot.
Don't give her another shot.
Wow.
Damn, baby.
Women
D.
not support.
What if she
unless y'all were out all day, like y'all were like leaving the club.
I can't throw that bill because I've been in that too, and women don't smell like nothing.
Yeah, that's
not
normal.
smelly pussy. Like there's a must smell of if you've been out, which I've said on record before. I don't mind. I'm kind of into it. That's not smelly pussy.
But to some people it is.
We know what smelly pussy.
But to some,
I get what you're saying, baby.
She came fresh out the shower. She's still gonna have that smelly pussy.
You know the smell we talk about though, where it's like the backup. Like what is that?
There's not even a fan on and that breeze.
But to go into what Rory said, some people, this is such an elementary conversation. But to go into what Rory said, I know. What Rory said, some men who aren't used to getting pussy can't tell the difference between a pussy that is unhealthy and a pussy that has been sweating all day.
Yeah.
If you're not used to getting pussy, you can't like, oh, her pussy stink. Just quick, because some niggas just really don't get pussy. Like, oh, her pussy stink. Oh, her pussy stink. That's like this girl smell. It's just must. It has a musty smell because she's been out all day.
Yeah, she
got thick thighs. They've been rubbing together all day, and that's sundress, and that's what that is.
Yeah. I told y'all the story about when I was at the restaurant and one of the girls that worked at the restaurant went in the bathroom, and then there was another girl that worked at the restaurant behind me that was waiting for the bathroom, and when the girl came out, I was gonna let her go because I'm like, lady, I'm like, yo, guys. She was like, nah, like, you go. Dog. When I tell you that bathroom was smelling like crab broil.
Crab broils. If I didn't even know you could broil crabs.
Like Chinatown last Thursday at 115 degree heat.
God. Like it was so bad. It was like I remember like I went in and I held my breath the whole time. Like I peed quick, washed my hands and got out. And I looked at her and she gave me a look like I guess everybody on the staff knows that girl don't smell good. And she told me straight up, she was like, yo, I just didn't want to go in before you. And you think that was me smelling like that. Like, she was like, I'm sorry. I was like, yo. And we had like a I was like, yo, that is insane that she smells like that. I'm talking about it was bad.
How I got close with one of my homegirls that you know in college was my roommate was fucking with this Eastern European like exchange student. And cool, I would leave the room for them to fuck. But I would have to wait like an hour for that shit to air out.
Clear out?
Yeah, like I stayed with my homegirl in her room.
Yeah, but was it her?
Like
or was it him?
we got cool because I used to wait. No, it smelled like just dirty ass pussy. Like I would have to wait in her room until that shit to clear out. Like,
yeah, but you different than me because I'm like, yo, you can't bring that girl over here no more.
I learned to chant Black and Miles because I was just trying to buy the time.
I'm different. I'd be like, yo, don't bring that girl over here no more. Like, you shouldn't even be laying down with that girl. She don't smell right. Like, don't do that to yourself.
It was his dick.
Yeah, nah, but that's your man. You can't let him, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't let him go out.
Roommate don't always mean that's your man.
Roommate? I mean, I would hope that y'all are cool.
Yeah. But I mean, there's people in jail that stab their bunkies. Let's not act like everyone that you sleep in the same room
but
with
that's
it's like
that's jail, man. That's different. Like,
that's not your man's because y'all sleep in the same room.
Jail is different than if I got an apartment and I got a roommate. That's different.
You didn't go to St. Peter's.
Your room, in college, your roommate really don't be your man. But at the end of the day, this is my home.
Ones where I was like, I don't really care.
This is my home, though. And like, if you not about to have no funky motherfucker up in here, this is my home.
My man Sly was my friend to this day. But I've had roommates in college where I was like, get this fucking weirdo away from me.
Yeah, for sure.
But then when I got the nerdy guy that wouldn't leave his room, all I was thinking in my head was like, damn, last semester I had smelly pussy girl, so I'll take the guy fucking playing Halo.
Yeah, absolutely.
I knew I was damaged in college because I had two female roommates. Shout out to them because I love them both dearly to this day. They were both virgins. And at that time, I was like, really? Like, you don't really meet virgins anymore. Like what are y'all like?
Are you saying virgins or virgins?
Virgins. Like they were virgins, like both of them. Mm-hmm. Mind you, they were, I think at the time, 18 and 19. But it was me. I was like, oh my, like you guys are like virgins? Like everybody that like came to my room, I'm like, guys, like me and my roommate, they're virgins. Everybody was like,
oh, that's how y'all treat me. Me Maul, he's a vegan.
Deadass. Everybody was like, wow, like I didn't know you guys still existed. That's not it. Please, if you're 18 and you're a virgin, please stay a virgin for as long as you can.
It's actually way more normal than the whores in this room think it is.
I know.
Like,
I'm so sorry.
Not all of us lose our virginity at 14. Fuck was I doing?
We were young. It was also when I would meet people in college. Like I remember, shout out to my friend Gab. I met Gab and he was, I think at the time, 22 in college. And I was a freshman and I went to school early. So I was like, I got into college. I was like a fresh 17. I had just turned 17. And I was like, you're 23. Like, you're like old. Like, what are you like doing here? And
you
like,
mean he was of age at the school he
stupid. Kids are dumb. Kids are dumb. I ended up graduating college, I think, at 23 or 24. But I was like, oh my God, like, why are you here? You're old.
Mm-hmm. And then now look at you. Same age he was.
Yeah.
Still a virgin.
A fresh one. But what Drea say? Your bodies can be like deleted.
It's a fact.
She ain't never lied.
That's not a fact.
That is a fact. She ain't never lied. I know you got some bodies you done deleted from your fucking memory bank. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But I still count it, but I just forgot her, though. But I still count it.
Counting is crazy.
What's your body count?
I don't know my body count, man. I have no idea.
Slut.
Yeah. Fucking I had some years, baby. I'm not going to lie. I lived a life that I'm not.
How many you got this year? Like the past year?
That's a sick-ass question. Like, how many you got? How many you got?
One.
I'll kick all this shit over. See what I said? I will kick all of this shit
what's
over
up? Yo, I was celibate all last year. Y'all don't remember that? Now we don't remember celibate.
You wasn't celibate last year. We caught you lying.
You just come in here making up numbers. Yeah, oh, it's day like, 175.
It was always 87, day 87.
I started counting the months. I'm like, I don't even think that.
It's only 365 days in a year,
The funny
Demaris.
shit was that I really was celibate. The reason why I kept changing the numbers around is because what I realized.
You kept fucking.
No.
Exactly.
What I realized, because what I didn't want to happen, because there are people who be in my fucking business that listen to this podcast, I didn't want people to know when it ended. So that's why even when it ended, I kept going with the numbers because I didn't want people to know when it ended, put the time together and try to figure out what I was doing that weekend, who I was with.
No, listen, you ain't got a baby D. I respect game.
Yeah, but I really was celibate for over 3 months. I really was.
I respect that, but what I'm saying is I knew at one point when you was telling me you was still celibate that you were lying in my face. That's all I'm saying. And it's all good. Like, I'm not tripping.
You gotta
listen, we allies. I know what you be doing. I'm wrong. I'm fucking with you. I'm a die with the lie with you, but you ain't gonna get off camera and be still trying to pitch the lie to me. I'm like, baby D, none of this was recorded. But cut the shit. You're lying.
I appreciate those type of lies where we all know we're lying. Like, I'm lying to you right now.
I love when we all out here lying to each other, but we know that we lying.
We know we lying. I know what you did last summer. Like, what are you talking about? Like,
first of all, it was one person and the total's 5.
Yeah, there you go.
Every girl.
Yeah, every girl.
Just like every girl celibate when you meet her. Every girl.
7
Sometimes
years.
it's 5.
Sometimes it's 5, but 7.
Every girl
But
is
now that
celibate
it's
when you meet her
2025, I
and
gotta
she
make
hasn't
it
had sex. She hasn't had sex in 3 months. Every girl you meet, when you meet her, she's celibate. She hasn't had sex in 3 months. Every girl.
Yeah, because 3 months is kind of like, it could be true. I could see her going 3 months, but it's also, like that's the number that every girl lands on, 3 months. It's like, all right.
See, and that's why
when I was trying to pitch my 3 months niggas name, I'm like, you know what? I know it sounds like I'm lying, so I'm just whatever. You don't gotta believe me. I don't blame you for not believing me because that is the lie.
But
that's
you made up for it though. You made up. You came back like a nigga that blew his Achilles and came back still averaging 30. You had to take a year off. You had to go sit down, chill. You know what I'm saying? But when you got back out there, baby D, game winners.
She was Jordan with a 4 or 5.
Oh God, baby D outside. She hitting game winners, step back, side step 3 ball. She got it all in her package. Yeah, I know. Burgers and bottles.
Now what the fuck they got to do with anything?
Cause man, you tried to get that story off on me. Like, you know I would never. But you know what I'm telling you. You tried to get that off on me. I'm like, baby D, cut
you
the
will not.
shit.
He talking about burgers and bottles last year for reference.
Yeah.
For reference.
It was 3 months ago.
For reference, but in real life, I'm talking about burgers and bottles. That was just in Mount Vernon. For reference, though, yeah, baby D, you right. For reference, absolutely.
You know what the fuck I got, Josh? What the fuck you laughing at, dog?
I mean, Josh doing the math too. He's like, yo, word, like that was kind of crazy. She said,
3 months.
Oh,
3 months.
God, yeah.
And I'm not asking that question because if you say yesterday, I'm probably still gonna beat.
That's true. Yeah, I get it.
I mean, we grown. We all,
And come on, I'm safe. I say that, yo, you good?
That is the universal, like. And she was like, yeah, I bet.
The
You guys
crazy
know how safe I am. I asked the question, yo, you good?
Niggas don't even ask you good like before sex. Y'all ask after.
After y'all fuck. Yo, you straight though, right?
Yo, before we leave, I got to give a shout out. Happy birthday, Trevor Ariza. Damn, how old is Trev? Might be 40 now.
Yeah, damn, that's old. Psych. Sorry, Trevor.
Oh, let me see how.
Wishing your man happy birthday at the end of a pod is mad gay.
How's that gay? He's called into the pod before. Like, we've had him on.
40. Yeah, it's 40th birthday today.
He turned 40. Shout out to Trev, man. Happy birthday to Trev. Damn, Trev 40. Remember when he was 19, whippersnapper in the garden trying to get playing time under bum-ass Larry Brown.
Just running through them hoes.
Yeah, man. 40.
Well, this was fun.
There is something
great.
I want to talk to you guys about on
Off
when
camera?
when we get into Patreon about Dawn Stanley, we can have that conversation.
Coach Staley?
Yeah.
All right.
What happened? She's okay?
She's good, yeah.
Oh, all right. I thought you was about to give us some bad. No, don't do that. We not Patreon in the bad news. Like,
no.
Okay. Shout out to Coach Staley.
Also, shout out to Weezy and Mandy for the release of their book.
Yeah, I want to actually go to Barnes & Noble to buy. I was going to buy it on Amazon, but I want to go in the bookstore and like purchase it.
I'm probably going to leave here and go get that. But
what is it? No holes?
No Holes Barred, a dual manifesto of sexual exploration and power. So that is on sale now. You can go buy that.
That's incredible.
That is incredible.
Didn't Hulk Hogan have a movie named after that?
No Holes Barred?
No, that was when he was fucking his man's wife on camera.
Man, Hulk Hogan had a movie. He wrestled Zeus.
Hole.
He wrestled Zeus in the movie, man.
Little Hercules?
No Holds Barred. Y'all don't remember No Holds Barred?
That's a sick title from him.
Well, he wrestled Zeus. Y'all don't remember that? Oh, damn, y'all young. I keep forgetting.
I'm literally 12.
Y'all don't know about Hulk Hogan, man. Y'all wasn't Hulk Hogan fans.
I was a Hulk Hogan fan, but I didn't know about
but Weezy and Mandy's is No Holes.
No Holds Barred.
Oh, I thought you said No Holds, the name of this movie. Like,
no.
Oh, okay, No Holes. Like, all holes are available if I'm feeling you like that.
Yes.
Got you. Okay.
We're plugging every hole.
Every hole. Bowling ball. I like it. I'm here for it.
I don't want to read. I'm gonna purchase it, but I don't know if I want to read freaky tales about.
Well, I don't think they're all freaky tales. I think a lot of it is.
Read it. Have you ever heard that? They tell you the fucking. That's just an audio book for them. Like that's all that is.
From what I've heard and the reviews that I've read, it's a little bit deeper than just.
Well, I mean,
sex
they're both
tales.
Deep people. I didn't think it was just some hoe book where they talk about all.
It's not confessions.
I gotta check it out. I gotta check it out.
Well, congrats to them. That's big. Not everyone
Yeah.
can say they put out a book. Like that's incredible. So shout out to them. This is a lot of fun. Cardi B, we apologize.
Shut up, man.
Did she shout me out on that one too? And say fuck
Yo,
I'm cool.
cut
man.
the shit. Like you just want Cardi to shut up, man. We'll talk to y'all soon. Be safe. Be blessed. I'm that nigga. He's just Ginger. Cardi, we love you.